Oh, it's time to go. Ooh, yeah. Straight to the chaos.
Straight to the chaos. We are here. I'm getting, what am I getting wrathy with it? That was the phrase used on the last ET. Alongside my trusty, crusty cohort here, Flock of Flies, aka Dougie. Dougie, how are you, my friend?
I'm doing good.
I'm doing a lot better than the crybaby is today.
Yeah, he's really triggered right now.
Oh,
he
God,
did not like Laura, whatever he likes to call her.
Lara.
He doesn't like her speaking about him, talking. He's really butthurt over there.
Yeah.
But you know what he looks like? He looks like he had a rough night of boofing last night.
Oh, I know, man. I can't show his visage because he's a crybaby. And
I don't know about any of you, but have you noticed he has a peanut-shaped head? His lower part of his face is bigger than the top part.
Yeah.
He's got a peanut head.
Wow. I mean, let's not body shame him because he's going off on body shaming right now.
Yeah. Talking about people being obese when he is. How can you speak of others when you're that way, dumbass?
Well, we did get an omission from him, Dougie. It's okay to talk about weight.
Yeah.
So we're good.
And what was that? What was he calling that? What was he calling Becky? Something baby.
Anchor baby.
Yeah. Anchor baby. Yeah. But he's not racist. He says he's not racist.
I think he was talking about racist. I think he was talking about Laura, but I'm sure he will, quickly pivot to Becky at some point.
I thought it was about Becky.
I might have misheard it, but I'm pretty sure it was about Laura. How she was brought here by her mother, and
from where?
I fuck if I know. Canada. I don't know. I don't fucking know, man. Bluto's in the house. What's up, Bluto? Nice to have you here. Bada Vodapest. I did start a little bit early today. Speaking of, I got an announcement. Starting next week, we're gonna try going an hour earlier for everybody. So next week, 12 Eastern time, we will be up and running. That should allow me an extra hour to get stuff that I need to get done. We're gonna try it. If it doesn't work, we can go back to the other schedule, no issues. So we will try it out next week, see how it works. And like I said, if it works out good, then it works out good. If it doesn't, we'll go back to the 1 o'clock time slot. Lottie is in the house. The lovely Southern Yankees in the house. Thank you both for being Monster Squad members. Same with you, Bluto. Who else do we got here? Nanny's shit talking audit now. Yeah, that's what he's doing. Buttercup, Mighty Mod Buttercup is in the house. What's up, Buttercup?
He's got to go after the ones that are actually putting in the time and doing the work. Something that he couldn't do. Something that he tried to destroy. Yeah, which he was successful at, but he can't stand it that others are carrying on. He just can't stand it. He can't stand that he's not.
Yeah,
he's not the man. He's sunken so low.
Yeah. Renee says, good morning. Good morning to you, Renee. King Charles in the house. Renee, thank you for being a Monster Squad member. Really appreciate that. King Charles in the house. Oh, man, I definitely don't want to miss this one. You definitely don't. Professor Khan is in the house. What's up, Becky? Nice to have you here.
Hey, you.
The lovely and wonderful Mod Fuzzy's in the house. Been searching for the Vile Chat. Have I come to the right place? Of course you are right here, Fuzzy, where you need to be. Anna from Canada in the house. What is up, Anna?
Anna, in the house? I'll be your anchor baby, Anna, if you need to come into the United States.
Yeah, right. Beachcomber is in the house. Moses, my dude, man, nice to have you here. Vaughn, nice to have you here. Chris on the drums, my dude, is in the house. And let's see, David Simp thinks this is good versus evil. We are the evil ones. The special note about David B. He's a fucking moron, and he was comparing my homeless outreach with Chudley's fucking filming of kids in the bathroom, an outhouse, which I think is just utterly ridiculous. I never really mentioned um, Chudley in that particular instance, although I do know of that instance. But comparing us to, that's where you go completely wrong, David Simp, the Gimp. You have no clue, sir. You wouldn't know homeless outreach if it bit you on the ass. Okay. We got a lot to talk about today. Let me get through all these people. Cricket Cinema's in the house. I think I mentioned Beachcomber, Professor Khan. Mom needs a beach house. Turner's in the house. Turner, I remember your logo. How about that? Ren is in the house. Thank you for being a Monster Squad member. Really appreciate that. Jen De Leon, same to you. Consider keeping your memberships, everybody. I know I keep it as low as I can. I know I can go to 99 cents, but $3 seems like a happy medium. It's half the cost of a cup of coffee. I know I'm drifting. Yes.
I just got confirmation that the Gimp, Davey B, he's a fluffer for Vivid Entertainment.
Oh, really? Wow.
Yeah.
I mean, I hope he gets paid well.
Yeah. Well, I'm sure he gets paid plenty of jizz. I'm sure he gets that.
Moth Morang is in the house. Journey's in the house. Hello to you. Let's see if I'm missing anybody before we get to the show. I think we are caught up. Oh, Denise H is in the house. What's up, Denise? Nice to have you here. Ellie's in there. Lovely Ellie. Let's see. I think Ook now. I forget your main handle, Ook, but I got you here. Dogs are here. Oh, look who's here. Kitty McKitterton. Welcome to the show, Kitty. Nice to have you here.
Hi.
Hello, Kitty. Hello, Becky.
Yeah, we're going to have a great show, guys. Trust me. Let me get through all these people here. Denise H with the 10 gifted memberships. If you got, Denise, did you catch anybody?
No, I haven't finished saying hello to panel. Hi, Emily. Hi, Dougie.
Hi, Becky.
Denise H with the 10 gifted memberships. If you got a Monster Squad membership from Denise, make sure you say thank you. Thank you very much, Denise. As always, much appreciated. Much appreciated. Thank you very much. Let's see. Who did I miss? I missed somebody in here. Grueling is in here. I think I got everybody. Okay. And if you come in, I'm sure the mods will give you a warm welcome. Balt Hazard's in there. Nice to have you here as well. Okay. We got a jam-packed show for you all, but ladies, how are you? I didn't get a chance to say how are you today, Kitty?
Oh, I am just miserable,
Well, according to your brother, you have to be miserable to associate with any of us here.
Oh, yes. Birds of a feather flock together.
Yeah.
No, so much shit went down last night.
Oh,
it's gonna be fantastic.
Yeah.
It's Friday. I'm so excited.
I am too. I mean, it's gonna be an exciting show. Becky, how are you? Fresh off of your appearance on Laura's last night, I did get a chance to hear some of that.
When I'm not gonna lie, I'm struggling right
now. Yeah. Why are you struggling, Becky?
It just brings back a lot of shit that happened, and it just kind of it does. And we all want things to be said and done and accountability taken from everybody. And when I was watching chat and I was watching some of the very same ones, silly bitch, who came after me, and then seeing them in chat like, oh yeah, he's so mean. I'm all like, bitch, but you were part of that fucking squad.
Yeah. Well, look, let me set some things straight here, okay? In that regard, I always say on this channel, there is redemption for most people, but when you out and out cannot take responsibility for something, and I saw a lot of that last night, Becky. I know you felt it too because I was listening to your words, and you were setting the record straight, right? But before we do that, before we get into that, I want to do words of wisdom because I want to break up the kind of serious nature of what happened last night, and with a little bit of humor. So,
Yeah.
without further ado, I think it's time for words of wisdom, everybody.
Dum, dum, dum.
All right, Chad, it's up to you to pick who's going to go first. And you guys get to pick the accent today because I'm foiling Dougie's plan to pretend like he's me today. So you guys...
What? What did you say? Replay that? I didn't catch that. What did you say?
I said the chat is going to pick who goes first and what accent we're going to do. That way I foil Dougie's plan of acting like me today. That's what I said.
So if you do not answer a Mexican accent for me, I will
I wasn't going to act like you.
Oh, you weren't? Well,
I wasn't, but now that you said that.
Oh, well. Oh, look at this. Chris on the drum says, Kitty using the voice of Jazzy. So, Kitty, you get to be Jazzy today. And Becky, you right after that. Oh, I get to the Italian accent after that. And then Becky has to do the French accent after that. And we'll figure out.
Wow.
We'll figure out what Dougie has to do.
I just do Dougie. Anna says Doug.
No.
I do myself.
Anna gets to pick the accent, and you can't say
Doug.
Canadian because then I'll know you're
Doug. I'm doing Doug.
Dougie gets to be Becky when he does this thing. So there you go.
Done Becky before.
Well, you get to do it again. So you're gonna
there
be
you go, Dougie.
All right, Kitty.
I've never done forgive me because I'm going to botch it up like I did trying to do Nami.
That's perfect.
There's certain people I don't do very
I
well.
love it. I love it.
I want to hear this. Let me see.
All right, here's Kitty McKitterton doing her best impression of Jazzy.
I'm trying to remember how I did Jazzy's voice.
I would just say meow, and that would be it, man.
Meow, 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 meow.
Yeah, exactly.
The turtles, the tortoises don't like water. The only time you really put them in water is to make them go poop poop, which is an interesting little thing. You put the tortoises in water every couple of days, and they poop, and I'm so weird.
That's as good as it gets right there. Yeah. All right, so now we got I think we got Becky. No, it's me next with the Italian accent. Oh boy, you guys, man. The turtles don't like the water, okay? The only time you really put them in the water is to make them go poo-poo, okay? Which is an interesting little thing. You put the tortoises in water every couple of days and then they go poop-a-poop. It's me, it's a Mario. That's my best one. I'm sorry, guys. All I have is Mario to go off of, okay? That's it. Pradi, welcome. Nice to have you here. I think it's Becky. Becky, you with the French accent.
Oh, les turtles, les tortoises don't like water. Oh, mon ami, vous êtes beau. Vous êtes très, très, très. Il fait chaud. Je ne sais pas. That's all I know. The little time. Oh, no, that's not that way. Hold on. Oh, la la. Only time you really put them in water is to make them go le poop. Which is interesting. Little thing. How do you say little? Petite. Which is interesting. Petite little thing. Je ne sais pas. Je ne parlais le français. Je étudiais le français 2 años en école. But the tortoises in water, I'm sorry, people, I did not learn that in French class. I only took 2 years of French in school, in junior high. Ta-da.
Are you done there, Becky?
I'm done. I'm so fucking done.
Jen says, "Is there anything Becky can't do with the $5 super?" Thank you, Jen. No,
Aw,
there's nothing.
Jen.
There is nothing Becky can't do except grift, like Emily McBoogerton. That I will say. All right. We got Dougie with the Becky accent. Let's hear the Becky accent.
Hey. Yeah, I got a special
Let
guest.
me mute, because right now I'm going to be cracking up. Let me mute.
I got a special guest flying in all the way from beautiful downtown LA, coming up here to the rainy state. Becky, so glad to see you. Finally glad to see the OG, my favorite, here at my house. Becky, thank you so much.
Oh, thanks. Yeah, Doug. S'il vous plaît, j'aimerais de manger, s'il vous plaît. I just said, may I eat your cat in French, you son of a... Fuck you.
Oh my gosh.
The turtles and the tortoises. I like the turtles. They're a good group. I don't like water. The only time you really put them in water, si, senor. Yeah. I put the tortoises and the turtle in the water because they got pee all over their shells from the rabbit peeing on them. So yeah, I like to put the water on the tortoises to wash the peas off of them from my stupid rabbits. Anybody want rabbits? You can come on over here and kill all of them. I don't like them. They pee over everything. Anyways, it helps my tortoises to go poop, which is an interesting little thing because they have little teeny things. It kind of reminds me one time when I was at the Blue Building and I was barbecuing and I seen Man Bear Pig taking a pee over by the tree. It was little, guys. It was very little. You put the tortoises in the water every couple days, and then they go poop. If you leave them in there too long, they become chia pets, and they don't look very handsome when they turn into that. Yeah.
That was so good. Dougie gets 2 club horns. 2 club horns.
Oh man, that was hard. I've never done Becky before. It's
well, I would.
All you have to be is all over the map to do me.
I would hope not. I think her husband would take exception.
Hey, that's MLH. Stop! You're throwing it seriously, Becky. I'm so sorry.
To jail.
Straight
to jail.
Adam in the house. What's up, Adam? Dog's in the house. Brody's in the house.
And yes, for the record, Dougie has never done me.
Yeah, well, there you go. We have to get that. We have to get that out.
I never did her voice. Okay, I've never mimicked her. Tried to do her.
Well, I'm just saying. I mean, you said it, not me. Rib guy. Rib guy's in the house. What's up?
Rib guy.
Citizens Erased Muse is in the house. What's up, Citizen Erased Muse?
Oh,
nice to have you here. We're having a lot of fun today. I mean, there is so much to talk about. Let's talk about, first of all, Dougie made some observations about the tortoise and the hare, right? The turtle and the rabbit, however you want to put it, right? So this was from a couple days ago. I'm not going to show the clip, but Dougie, can you recall what you saw? Because I saw the same thing, but you saw it a little differently, and I think there may be some validity to what you were saying.
He stepped out of his crapmobile, his RV crapmobile, and he was walking down the sidewalk at whoever's house or wherever he's staying, and next to the sidewalk was this yard. It was a nice looking yard, nice green grass, and it was all fenced off. And he walks in, opens the little gate, walks in, and there's a rabbit, and he's talking to the rabbit. And I'm thinking, oh my God, here we go. The dude that killed the freaking ducks, and he's in there with this little bunny rabbit. And I'm thinking, okay. And so he's on the ground, And I don't know about any of you if you've ever had pet rabbits. As fluffy and as cute as they can be, they poop everywhere. They pee everywhere. They don't have control of their poop and pee. They just go. Unfortunately, that's the life of a rabbit. And he's down there laying in this grass where not just one rabbit, but I seen two rabbits, because there was an older one that wouldn't have anything to do with him. He looked at Man Bear Pig like, oh my God, no way. I ain't going near that dude. But the little one, he came up, but he ran over to the tortoise and he straddled the tortoise and he peed on it. and Man Bear Pig's like, oh, he started bitching about the rabbit peeing on the tortoise. And I thought, oh, great, he's going to hurt the rabbit now, right? But he picks up the tortoise and he's holding it, and you could see the pee glistening off of the shell. And rabbit pee is like a thick kind of, it's thicker than normal pee, and it's very, very potent smelling pee.
Yep. We used to have
he's touching that, and then he gets up and goes straight into the house, and I'm sure fixed a sandwich or something, because he didn't wash his hands. You didn't even see him wiping his hands off or anything. I can guarantee you he never washed his hands. And he probably went in there, sat down at the dinner table. It's like, oh wow, I need some butter on my bread. And just, because he uses his fingers, he just ripped off some butter off the top of the butter cube, put it on his bread. Everybody's eating rabbit pea stained butter on their toast now. So yeah, that's what I do.
It was pee.
Yeah, because we seen the rabbit on top of the tortoise peeing on it, and he said, "Oh,
it was pee."
Is this why MVP likes to swim so much? Please, oh man, pleased her. Oof. I mean, there's so much to talk about, but we do got to talk about last night. Ooh. Becky, let's start with you, because you were on the stream. You were noticing everything in chat, just like I was. I didn't stay for too long. I just saw a few minutes of it, so I didn't get the whole shebang. But from your perspective, what the fuck happened last night?
Well, I think it was the beginning of I think it's the beginning of everyone finally starting to have a conversation. That yesterday went perfectly. It doesn't mean that, all the truths have come out. It does not mean that there aren't people that are still not taking full accountability. I get that. I understand that. It's the beginning. That's why, last night when we were ending, I said, people need to understand that this is only the beginning of the healing process. I know a lot of the other stuff that happened in the background that was not touched on, that was not exposed. But I do want people to step back and just see that, was it perfect? No. Was everyone taking accountability? No. But we're moving in the right direction. Where I can bet you that just a month ago, no one would have thought that Laura was going to would even think about hosting a panel, and let alone me being on it. So it's the beginning.
Yeah,
please keep that in mind.
Yeah. So we're Becky, it's funny. people think whatever they're going to think about me. But I've always said it, right? I always leave the door open for most people. I think Chumley is irredeemable. I'll be honest with everybody right now. I don't think Man Bear Pig is redeemable in my view because of the things that he's did to me and most certainly what he did to Ellie. To me, it's unforgivable, right? And I know people are trying to heal and yesterday was a good start and all that. But accountability is just that. It's accountability, right? We have to hold all of us accountable. Everybody, not just, Lara or Man Bear Pig or whoever else, Man Who Yells at Clouds, whoever, myself included. And I always tell people this, I want to be held to account too. And I always am. And if I do something wrong, I have a good circle of friends that say, you know what, MLH, I feel this is wrong. And if I get a good consensus on it, meaning it's not just one person in my ear saying, well, you did this wrong. It's multiple people saying the same thing, then I will take accountability for it, right? I'm not going to sit here and say, like Man Bear Pig does, right? All the time. Matter of fact, I think we did words of wisdom to this effect, did we not, Dougie? Where I think you're back, right, Dougie? Did I?
Yeah, I'm back.
So, I'm going to get to you in just a second, Ellie. By the way, welcome to the panel. Thank you for being here.
She's here. I gotta go, guys. Sorry.
Yeah. But I just think that although it's a good start, it's just that it's a start, and we should always hold people to account. Ellie, you are up here. You would like to say?
Well, first I want to say hello to MLH and to Becky and to Kitty and why do you still have Doug on panel? I thought we agreed that he would get off when I came up.
He's trying to get rid of me. I knew it.
That's my goal in life, is to just get rid of people.
Well, you are the controller, so I'll have to think about
I am. I took that title with a badge of honor.
Yeah.
But I'm glad that you are discussing last night's events, and I've been struggling, honestly, on where to go.
Mm-hmm.
So Becky brings up some good points, but if you could just make me full screen for 2 seconds, MLH, and then shrink down. Today's word, chat, is validation. Okay, you can put me back. What I have a serious problem with is for one person to think that they control and they are the only ones that have trauma. And for anybody to invalidate somebody else's by making excuses, I'm having a hard time with, I'm going to be honest, because there were some untruths that were said on that panel yesterday about me, about Becky, the way that Rib Guy was treated. I found it appalling that one person can scream and shout and yell, and then when the other person is defending themselves, and when they were asked on their perspective on what happened, they were talked down to and yelled at, along with other people. We have all had traumas in our life, some more than others. But do not even think about invalidating what I have been through as if you don't know, as if you weren't part of it. And when there is a start, you cannot gaslight people and lead people to believe that something did not happen that happened. Words were put in as if I did something yesterday. And the comment was specifically that Laura heard me on the phone with Jay. Really? Well, it's been a year and a half. That's never been said before. And now all of a sudden we're adding to the story. I'm sorry. I wish nothing but the best for her. I know she's been through trauma. I am not trying to belittle that. I'm not trying to take it away, but she has no right to take what happened to me away, to change the narrative or the story as if she did not know what was happening, that she was not part of it, because she was in that stream modding for him when it happened. So do not pretend for 1 second. If you cannot take accountability as part of your therapy and healing process, that's on you. And I hope that you get that with time. But you have absolutely no right to invalidate what he did to me, that you allowed it, that you perpetrated it. The needle shit with Becky is a lie. She knows it's a lie, and she could not come out and say it. So I am going to remind people what was said a few months ago. From her lips, she said that she never said it was a needle. It could have been the mattress, the corner of the mattress, a bike pump or a ball pump or a mattress pump, none of which have sharp objects. But if that was true, then let me ask why you left that needle in there and did not search it until you found it. Stop accusing this woman of there even being a possibility that there was a needle. I am sorry to do this because I know this is not going to be the popular thing right now because everybody wants to heal, and so do I. But I have a very hard time healing when these very people who are asking for support now cannot ask for forgiveness or take accountability for their actions.
Yeah.
All I want is for people who came out publicly to trash me and to trash Becky and to trash Rib Guy and everybody else to be honest with yourself and take that same accountability to say, Ellie, I know that my part in what happened to you, this is what I did, and it obviously hurt you, and I am very sorry for that. And I could move past that, but how can I, even through therapy, move past when you are trying to gaslight as if it didn't happen, trying to drop seeds as if other things happened that did not happen? For what reason? I have not done anything to you people. Nothing. And I am having a hard time on when I can and cannot defend myself because I want to heal. I want everybody to heal, but I can't let you try to pretend that I deserved it, to insinuate that I started something, to continue a lie, because that is hurtful. Your words and your actions are hurtful, and you know it. And to make comments when you know what you've done behind the scenes, to pretend that you were innocent and make the statement that I'm the only one here who has never gone after anybody or attacked anybody is not a true statement. And I want healing more than you know, but I also need to know that you're not trying to make me even crazier, that this shit didn't happen because you know what you did.
This is the problem that I have, and I'm glad you spoke on this, Ellie, okay? And I wasn't going to mention much because I know that sometimes I rock the boat and it's unpopular, right? But sometimes you have to be unpopular to bring out the truth, okay? The truth is, me personally, until Laura decides to take full accountability, have nothing for Laura, especially remembering the stream. It was, I believe, Aja's birthday stream, right? Don't think that I forgot. I haven't. When have I last mentioned this, Ellie, about the stream where they were talking about you and what they were doing to you? Man Bear Pig was there. I believe he was holding the camera and he was talking to Aja and Laura, and they all fucking laughed about it. And I remember that stream, and I will never forget it. And Laura has a lot of explaining to do and a lot of accountability. She gets up there and she wants to heal. You can't heal until you take responsibility for your actions, Laura. Okay? I'm just going to put it out there. You cannot heal until you take full accountability. What you did on that panel was try to put a little tiny band-aid on a big ass wound that ain't going to be fixed by a tiny band-aid. It's going to take stitches and scarring and all kinds of shit to get over what you partook in, Laura. You are the one that partook in that, okay? So you are just as responsible as Man Bear Pig. As a matter of fact, you're still just as responsible as he is, because you still don't take accountability. Dougie, you wanted to say.
I just want to say, one, I'm thoroughly disgusted. I didn't watch the whole Laura thing. I caught a little bit of it in the beginning. I did make a couple statements. I made a statement that, forgiveness doesn't start by the words that you say. Forgiveness starts by the actions that you do after you say those words. Now, by the sound of everything, it doesn't sound like she came clean. She's holding back. I got an issue. Can I say names?
Absolutely, Dougie. Why not?
All right. I've never done this before. And I'm saying these names. I'm not pulling them out of a hat. I'm saying these names because I've personally seen the destruction, that the proof behind the scenes. I've seen it. And I was shocked. I was literally shocked when I found out what was really, truly happening. And these are the names that I will never, ever forgive. And if I do, they're going to have to do some major earth moving to ever get it to happen. Number one, Scott. You'll never be forgiven in my book, because there's nothing for you to be redeemable. There's nothing about you that's worth anything. And that's sad to say, but it's truth. Laura, you're right there. You're right there. You slept with the man. You were in the same house. You know more about what was going on than anybody else. And you covered for him. Disgusting. You should have came clean yesterday. People were willing. They were there willing to accept you. But you shot yourself in the foot. You couldn't do it. Is Scientology still getting in your way, hampering your thought process there, Laura? I'm just asking questions. Selfless. Pearl. A couple of assholes. You're just as guilty, and I'll never forgive you for what you've done. Nora. I know you're trying, but Nora, you had a lot to do with this. Behind the scenes stuff. And you know exactly what I'm talking about. I don't need to get into it. And it stretches even into Poe. And what you did to Poe was disgusting. And what you did to Ellie was disgusting. David B., you're just as disgusting because you're right there. And then you protect it. You stick up for it.
Hold on. I got to say that about Nora. I don't know that she did anything to me, so please don't include me in that. If she did, I'm not aware of it. So.
All right. Well,
I don't know if she had parts in anything else. But go ahead.
All right.
Because I want to talk about your list, but go ahead.
And Marilyn, never mentioned your name before. Always had a lot of respect for you, Marilyn. But when I found out what you did, it shocked the hell out of me. It's like, how can she do this? But you did. That's the thing. And then when you came out to kind of do like, I guess what Laura did last night, you came out to try to, I don't know, tell your side of it. It fell flat. It fell flat because you didn't. You withheld a lot of information. You only told a little bit, but you didn't tell it all. And the truth is, you were behind all this plotting, all of this plotting. This is what I know of Ellie. This is the God's honest truth, what I know of Ellie. Ellie's job here for us was to be our guide. It's like you're in a wagon train and you need somebody out on that trail ahead of you to see where that trail is, see what's ahead. Because we're so busy doing what we're doing here that we fail to be able to see ahead, and she's our eyes. And that was her job. was to see ahead, to see what was out there and report back to us. Hey, you know, this trail looks a little rough. Hey, you might, that's what Ellie's job was to do, was just to let us know. Hey, you guys are getting a little deep here. You probably don't want to go there. Hey, this is a good way. That's a bad way. That's all she did. And I felt safe with her doing her job. That's what a mod does. She did her job well. Outside of that, she did nothing outside of that job. And to say that she was is just an outright lie. I've known Ellie ever since I've gotten into this, into MLH, into this community. I didn't know her beforehand. I did see what was happening to her. I felt bad. I thought it was wrong. Even though I didn't know her, I still could see it was bad. It was rotten. And now looking at it, knowing her, man, you're taking a person that has a sweet soul and you're trashing on them because you see a weakness. That's what you see. Well, you know what, you pieces of shit, you're all weak in my eyes. You will never be nothing to me. That's all I got to say. Other than Ellie, I am so sorry for all that has happened to you. You have been the one person through all of this that I have always kept my eyes on to keep the horizon level and straight and feeling confident and feeling secure and safe. And you did your job well. Congratulations, you did your job well. Unfortunately, assholes out there, they have to spin it and do whatever they can to cause harm. Well, go for it, because you're not causing any more harm. Because we know Ellie. We know who Ellie is. And Ellie's the best person that MLH has ever had on this channel.
Well, I think we got a bunch of great people up here. Go ahead, Ellie.
I do too. I want to go over some of that list because I agree with it. But what I don't, I'm a little bit different with Doug in this, even though I'm going to disagree in part of some of the people that he said that he feels doesn't have redemption. That's his feelings, and he's right to that. I have a hard time with holding all of this. But there are several people who privately apologized. I did not accept them because you publicly did it.
Yeah.
I don't want a private apology.
No.
I don't want a post that says, I'm sorry what they did to you, but my words shouldn't affect it, because your words do. And they have consequences. And I don't want this. And the message, if I miscommunicated it, I apologize. I don't want the message to be that there can't be redemption for Laura. I don't want that, because I truly want nothing but the best for her. But what I don't want is for people to gaslight that her actions don't hold consequences and accountability, that they hurt people and they invalidate their trauma, and it's putting them on a pedestal, and that's not going to help her. It's not going to help those who were affected and continue to struggle with the things that have happened more than chat even knows has happened to me. Some really scary real life shit has happened that I cannot talk about.
No.
But when I tell you,
I don't even know about,
that you are not helping her by saying things are all forgiven, it needs to be, and I want her to hear this from me, because you brought me up yesterday and you brought up a lie and you put Jay's name in your mouth, knowing that he's not here to defend anything. And I don't need him to, because I'm at the point where I can defend myself, because I got questions. How did you know it was me on the phone with his earpiece? We've never spoken. What did I say? It's like you add on the story to justify it, when really all you have to do is speak your truth on the things that Scott has done, but take accountability on the things that you went along for. It's going to heal you, and it's going to help people like me You cannot pretend that shit didn't happen, because it did, and you know that it did. You were part of it for whatever reason that you were part of it. But like you said, you're going to be 40 years old. Put your big girl panties on and take that accountability, and to support those people who did what they did with the loving and the love bombing yesterday in the chat with certain people on panel, which I'll say, Dan Walks LA, the nothing but love. Listen, be real. You watched your besties bully and harass and tear me apart, something you say you don't stand for, but you have never defended me.
No.
You have admitted what all the wonderful things that I've done, and I've never done anything to hurt your channel. But where were you to say, listen, Selfless and Pearl, my friends, but they were wrong. What I did was wrong, and I hurt Ellie because my channel meant more, and I'm sorry for that. Where is that apology? Where is Nance Drew's apology to being sent the truth and said, well, I'll look at it later, and then 5 minutes later after that, pay DOA a super chat to announce that she took my wrench away? And I know a lot of people think that this person is controversial, and I don't agree with a lot of things he said. But the one person who has publicly, not once, but twice, has admitted what he has done and apologized and said what he did on a stream, and that's Saul, who said that he was part of DOA, Pearl Snappy, Selfless Cell, and Nance Drew, all behind scenes to destroy me, intentionally, gleefully, and wanting to. And he is the only one who publicly apologized. Marilyn, your post was not an apology. The minute you said but, you destroyed me. And do you understand? I appreciate you taking that video down. But do you know that trauma came back 4 days ago when somebody else reposted that stream on their channel? Mm-hmm. So again, I have to live through those lies that you created. You misrepresented the truth by saying that you should have looked into it further. That's not true, Maryland. You outright lied. You said that you heard me screaming at the top of my lungs while you were backstage with Nance Drew, and I was on the phone with her. That's what you said. But that is not true, because I've showed my call history. Everything was discussed via text. There was no reason for you to lie except to jump on the bandwagon, to attention seek, to hit the top thing. You hurt and affected me. Doesn't matter whether you know me personally. You did it for joy. You did it for money. You did it for clout because you wanted to be part of it. You are responsible just as equally as DOA, as Pearl, as Nance, as Selfless, as many others on what you did, and don't want to take public accountability. And I'm telling you, I can heal and I can forgive, but only when there is accountability instead of you trying to invalidate what you guys have put me through over and over again, as if I am this insignificant person because I don't have a channel, that I was just this faceless mod. So because I'm faceless and you don't get to see me, I am less than human. I am less than you because you all have more trauma and channels and monetization. So that money and that clout and who's going to support you is more important than somebody who prays on a continual basis that they don't have to wake up the next day. That's what you left me with. You feel good about that. You feel that your apology stops when you put the word but to justify what you guys have done. And I'm not the only one. What you guys have done to Eric Rader is disgusting.
Yep.
What you've done to
Yep.
Becky is disgusting.
Yep.
What you've done to Club Brain Fog is disgusting.
Yep.
What
Damn
you've
it
done to so many of these smaller channels who tried their best to help fight a cause that they did not belong in. And you don't want to publicly come out and apologize and say, I said this, I did this, and I'm sorry. You want to say, well, I misinterpreted this, and maybe I should have gotten clarification. No, how about you just not justify it and you say, I fucked up and I was wrong and I'm sorry. And think about all the other mods that you affected. And you talk about people that are not in your chats anymore. You know why? Because they've walked away from the movement. It is hard, if not impossible, for me to ever support this movement again because you've destroyed people who supported you, who cared. For what reason? You went in real life.
I want to say something here. The only reason I know this to be true. The only reason that Ellie is here right now is because of me, because of her love for our friendship. It's the only reason, right? And I can.
What she told me. Go ahead.
I can feel the hurt. By the way, Butterfly 7431. Thank you for the $20 super chat. Really appreciate it. I really do. If not for me, Ellie wouldn't be here. And that's a sad state of affairs when you have one of the greatest mods that YouTube has ever seen. And I don't think that's hyperbole, right? She might disagree with me. But when you have one of the greatest talents at modding, I think all of our mods here in chat, Buttercup, Fuzzy, everybody else in there would agree. When you have an extremely talented mod and to do what they did systematically, wear Ellie down to the point where she had to seek help.
Yeah, she's the Vince Lombardi of modding.
Yeah. It's, to me, this is like you say, Ellie, validation, right? Validation for everything that she's been through, right? Everything that Becky's been through, right?
Yeah.
Becky still continues to go through it.
Yep.
You know, this is not normal. This is not right. And this is why we are all here. This is why there are 170 people in this chat right now, and a lot of them engaging in chat, right? There's a difference, right? I don't get the 200, 300, 400 people in Man Bear Pigs chat for a reason, because they're not sitting here watching a train wreck, just lurking, right? When you got 10, maybe 20 people, 10 to 20 people, yakking in their dumb censored chat, you know, about dumb shit and trying to validate Man Bear Pig for whatever fucking wrong he does any given fucking day, because that's all he does, right? He never, just today, Dougie and I were watching him before the stream, talking shit about, I mean, just going off and being stupid.
Yeah, he was triggered, big time triggered by that video last night.
Yeah, he was triggered by the Laura. Yeah, go ahead, Becky. Yeah, you go right ahead.
I really want to. I know all the hurt that Ellie went through. And I want her to please understand that we all feel it, my friend. We really, really do.
Becky, do you understand they're going to feel responsible for what happened to you because they came after you because of me?
No. Okay, that's where I'm going, because you said that to me earlier, and that's where I want to stop you. I don't want you feeling that all of this was because of you. No. Whether it was you, whether it was anyone else, I would have done the exact same thing. I would not have allowed anyone to pile. I was not going to pile on someone that I knew was innocent. So it happened that it was you. And I know you feel a lot of guilt over that. No, my friend, you didn't do anything.
Yeah.
It was all Scott's doing. And yes, I'm fully aware that Laura signed off on it. I am fully aware of that. That's why I said this is the beginning. This is not the be all and all of us moving forward. Do you have to absolutely hear the, you know what I did to Ellie was wrong? Yes. Uh, but I don't want you thinking for 1 second that you were at fault for what happened to me. No, he's at fault to what happened to me. His chat is at fault to what's happening to us.
Yeah.
Because it is that chat that signs off on his behaviors. And every single time that they get on there and they throw money in there and say, oh, but you know, oh, and fucking pinche Becky this, and then that, and MLH this, and they're all fucking lying. Yesterday, I look how long Josiah went on this attack. Attack.
He was on
Okay.
last night. He was on.
He was on yesterday, and I went into his chat. Was it yesterday or the day before? Fuck, my days are so confused. I went into his
But
chat
he
and I
wasn't on.
said
He didn't go on Laura's last night.
he went into their chat, not into panel.
Okay.
And you know, I don't want Ellie feeling like what happened to me was her fault because it wasn't. You did absolutely nothing wrong. It wasn't because of you. It was because of what he did.
Yeah, I agree.
And that's what I want you to take away from this.
Yeah. No, this is
I
something.
know that last night could have been better. I get it. I understand it. I want you to heal. And I completely hear you when you say that that was not taking responsibility. I get it. I also want to add, because you guys know that I normally don't tell people about our conversations, what we talk about, or whatever. I do want to point this out because I also need this to be said. Lara and I spoke before the panel, maybe about an hour before panel. And I was sent a text that she was going to do a panel. My first reaction was, and then I said, well, you can give her my number. I meant to reach out to her a few days ago. I called someone that I thought could do it. And then when they didn't answer, I took it as a sign of, you know what, maybe this is for the best. But then that person told me that there was going to be a panel and what Laura was planning on doing. I said, give her my number. She immediately texted me. When she called, I can tell that right away she had this, oh my God, I don't want this to be a yelling match. Because she said it. She's all like, Becky. And I said, hello. And she's all like, she was nervous. And I said, hi, how are you? She's all like, I'm okay. You know, I don't want it to be and I said, I'm not mad at you. You know, I just want to hear what you got to say. And she, you know, and she gave me the whole excuse about the needle and what Scott did. And I said, but Laura, you had my phone number, or you were able to reach out to me and you did it. I never had that needle. And yet you ran with it.
What real quickly, Nora, is that you?
Yeah, it's me. I'm driving right now. I mean,
Okay,
I can turn on the camera real quick so you
no
guys
worries.
can see
I just want to make sure it was
Yeah.
you. Yeah. Okay, cool.
No,
right.
it's really me. Hi, I'm driving.
Okay.
So I'm not gonna look
Hi.
at the screen. So I wanted, I was watching the live. Hi, everybody.
Hey, Nora.
I don't know, is Dougie still up on the panel here?
Yes, I'm here.
Hey. Okay, so first of all, Doug, I don't know you. We've never talked, as far as I know, unless that has happened some other time in the past. But like, there was a lot of accusations there that I don't feel are fully valid, and it makes me feel like you haven't watched my content in like the last year. So I don't know. I mean, obviously you're very angry, and I get that. I don't know what that stems from. Ellie and I already had like a very in-depth conversation here on MLH's channel like a few weeks ago.
Mhm.
I've never said anything about Ellie publicly or privately because I didn't know her. I heard a lot of things, obviously privately about her, but I've never made a stream about her. I've never said anything. So I don't know what you're referencing to the quote unquote behind the scenes things that I've done.
Yeah. Well,
I would be interested to hear
yeah.
what you're referencing.
Okay. Well, as far as the Ellie thing, I misspoke on that one. That. But what I was referring to is what happened to Poe. What you did to Poe, and I know that for a fact because Poe has told me that, and Sir Crepitus has told me that, and I just found that really disgusting that you were in on that. I just find that.
Oh no! If you guys can hear me, I can't hear anything that you guys are saying because I'm driving. Now I'm missing the whole explanation. If you guys can hear me,
We can hear you. Can you hear us? Oh. Can you hear us, Nora?
I know, but put the
Yeah,
help
she
me
can
out.
hear us.
Can you hear us now?
Yeah, well, she'll
No,
get
she
you.
can't definitely now. She's not on panel.
Yeah. Well, we'll get her back for
Well,
sure.
I
But
just don't want you taking that guilt on it because that's not your guilt to carry.
I agree.
And
I agree, and it's not Becky's either. Hold on a second here, Nora. You're back.
Hey,
Can
I'm
you hear
back.
us?
Yeah,
Right.
I couldn't hear. As soon as Doug started talking, my audio cut out because I'm driving. I apologize.
Okay, so basically, I'm going to say it in a nutshell here, Nora, and then Dougie can add whatever he needs to add.
Sure.
But Nora, he was referring to the whole Poe situation, how you were in on that. He found it kind of disgusting.
Okay.
Now, I don't know if you've
let me
addressed that on your channel.
let me address I'll address the Poe situation 100%.
Yeah.
What I said directly to Poe. I did not coordinate with anybody to say anything. If you go, well, you can't go back because that stream is not up anymore because I didn't need it after he left YouTube. But Poe on a live was saying a lot of bullshit. And I tried to comment in his stream. I got blocked immediately. And so I decided live where I was commenting on his.
All right, you're breaking up,
in and
Nora.
out.
You're going to have to get into a better spot, Nora. We can't hear you. You're breaking up. Look.
Okay,
no.
just
Nora.
There we go.
I will do this with
Yeah,
you,
give me-
Nora. Let's set up a time.
I'll just sit for a couple minutes.
Okay. Yeah. Well, either that or we could do this another time, Nora. I can set up like, a panel with you.
Just let me sit here for a minute. I'm almost to better reception. So just give me like 2 minutes.
Okay, no worries. We'll continue on. Look, this is what I want to say. I like what Becky was saying about it's the start of healing. But healing starts with a little bit of accountability. We all have to be accountable. All of us. I've seen a little bit of accountability on Nora's side. I haven't watched Nora for a while because I've been busy with my own shit. I've seen none from Laura. Definitely none from Man Bear Pig. It'd be one thing if he was hinting at kind of being remorseful for things and stuff like that, like for what he's done, not only to a lot of us, but Kitty and her family. I mean, to me, that's where it starts, right? It's all because of one person, right? We are all in this together because of one person. One person was the starting point for all this.
Yes.
You know, yeah, I agree. Nora, if you're listening, we can schedule another panel. I mean, you know, it seems like there's a lot of touchiness and a lot of, I don't want to get into a back and forth of anything. But what I'm saying
we
is,
haven't even shown any commercials yet.
I know we have to get to some
We're
commercials.
way
Nora,
off
are you
track.
there?
No, I think
I'm here.
he's-
I'm here.
Okay,
Oh,
No,
there
I'm
you go.
almost still like, I'm still here. Can you guys hear
Okay.
me?
Okay.
Yeah, while she's getting there, I want to say, listen, there is a difference, though. And I know that this is going to seem like I'm white knighting for somebody, and I'm not. But I'm going to tell you the difference between Nora and Laura.
Mm-hmm.
Is Nora is actively, and I'm not going to say she's always successful, but then neither am I. Nobody's perfect. She is trying to recognize the things that she's done wrong, and maybe not always in the best way, but it's a start to try. I have heard her say that she was wrong or take accountability. What I did not hear yesterday was any accountability except invalidating. And to bring Kitty's name up yesterday,
oh man,
pissed me off, because she already admitted that she had preconceived notions on Kitty and who she was as a person, because that's what Scott had said to her. And then to bring her up at all when you've never had a relationship or communication with her, and she was not there to defend herself, was wrong. Again, it's a constant gaslighting to throw the ball. Don't look over here. And I have a problem with that. So that was, I think, my last typing that I put in that chat was, that Kitty is awesome. These people don't know her. Kitty can speak for herself. But what it taught me by what she said was that early on, behind the scenes, Scott was already trashing Kitty before she was ever even on YouTube to defend herself or speak the truth. So that was already happening. Where is that red flag to say, wait a minute, you have your own group of trolls you come with? Wait a minute, my friends are turning on me because of things that you've done, and I know that I've asked you to stop doing it, and now you're talking shit about your family? Where were those red flags? You don't get to justify your behavior when they were there. You don't get to do that. I'm sorry. I'm not saying that Nora is perfect, because she's not and I'm not. Crackhead Kenny is not perfect, but you know what? That man tries. He has publicly apologized to the people that he has hurt. He supported
many
one
times.
wholeheartedly, and she was all there for that, to egg it on and say, thanks, Kenny, for here and everything. And then you shit on him. You went personal, real life. Your friend, your best buddy, okay, admitted on stream, I hate to tell you this, Scott, she thanked you personally for, quote unquote, bringing these people into her life. So she called you out for, without realizing it, that you have asked these people to go through and attack people and do it. Now, where is that accountability for that? How do you say you don't stand behind bullies, but yet you encourage it? Leave Kitty alone. Leave her name out of your mouth.
Yeah. Okay, Nora, let me let you have your words, and then I have to move on because I've got a full slate of stuff to do. So, Nora, are you in a better place now?
I should be.
So.
Yeah. Can you guys hear me?
We can hear you, Nora.
Okay, good. So in regards to the Poe situation, that was one live that I did, and I did attempt in my memory, and I could be totally wrong, to have a conversation with him, about all these things, and that, and things that he was saying about other people, that I told him, hey, let's back off of that. And then, he wanted to do his own thing. So at that point, as far as I was concerned, and it was my personal feelings, and I expressed my personal feelings about him, that's what happened. Poe made his own decision to leave YouTube, as a result of that, and he can come back and do whatever. I never wanted him to leave YouTube, right? That wasn't my goal for him to leave YouTube.
You're fucking lying. I'm sorry.
You know,
That's a
Nora,
lie. That is a lie. I cannot sit here and listen to a lie. Nora, I try so hard to try to like you. From the beginning, I thought you had everything together, and then you just went off the deep end.
Okay, hold
The thing
on.
is, did you have anything to
Deep
do
breath.
with
Let's not yell, please.
Yeah.
You're gonna lose. You're gonna lose in
Did I have
translation if you yell.
Right, hold on. Dougie.
What did I have anything to do with what, Dougie?
Hold on. Let's let Dougie talk here. What did you have to say, Dougie?
Yeah, no, I'm listening. I'm listening.
MLH.
Yeah.
I health issues. I cannot, dude. You know where I'm at.
I know.
I am having heart issues, people. I'm having AFibs. I'm supposed to go into the hospital to have some work done. I've been keeping it. I cannot go down this road with Nora right now, Nora.
Yeah,
I cannot.
Look,
so I'm going to back off right now.
Okay.
So then why?
Good idea.
Nora.
Nora, let's let him go.
Hold on.
Let's let him
Nora.
go. Let's let him go.
No. Nora, this is my show.
I'm letting him talk. So let's
no. Hold on. Let me speak, okay? Here's the thing. We're going to do this another time. Hold on, Nora. We are going to do this another time because there are some accountability issues that even I have for you, Nora, and I'm not willing to discuss them right now. We're going to do this at another time. I will set it, Nora. I will set it up.
But I don't appreciate that someone comes on and tells total lies about
Hold
me,
on a second,
and then
Nora.
accuses me of lying, and I'm
Nora,
the
no.
bad guy. Like, that's
Nora,
not okay with me.
this is as much Dougie's show as it is my show, okay? Dougie has been here from almost the beginning.
Well, then
hold on,
you guys
Nora.
can sit there and
Nora,
lies about me, and
Nora,
that's okay.
there's no lies being told about you right now, Nora. Okay,
Actually,
I will.
There is, and Doug won't say it now.
No.
Hold on,
Nora, you are deflecting right now, and look, I will have you on.
It's not okay.
Hold on, Nora.
To
Nora,
me on a list of people.
I will have
that
you.
I am not.
No. Hold on.
I've not done that,
Nora.
It's not
I will
okay
have
with
you,
me.
Nora.
And then
I don't want to. I don't want to mute you, Nora. But I'm talking right now. Okay.
Now I'm causing you to have problems in the now.
Nora.
That's also
hold
not
on.
No, that's
Nora.
not
That's not what happened. No, Nora. You're not going to change the narrative. That's not going to happen here. No, sorry, Nora. I got to mute you. Let me finish. What I'm saying, Nora, is, and I hope you're listening, I will have another time when we can discuss this. Like Dougie said, he does have some medical issues, which preclude us doing any of this. Let's just move on. I will have another time, not on DT time, where we can discuss this. Is that fair, Nora? Are you gonna respond, Nora? Are you gonna respond?
You unmute her?
No, she's not muted.
Oh, okay.
All right. Well, Nora, I hope you have a good rest of your day. We will discuss this at some other time. I promise you. Okay? I promise you. We will discuss this. All right. Let's move on. I have it looks like Kitty dropped and all right. Everybody from DT, please come up. I know everybody's feelings are valid, Ellie. Everything. I know that we're high on emotion and all that. Let's bring it back down. Let's bring it back down with an ad. See, I didn't do any ads today. I didn't do my job today. But Flea was kind enough to give us an ad, which I will play right now. Here we go.
You're not the brightest bulb in the box, but you still need love. Introducing OK Stupid, the dating app for dummies. When you're done trying your hand at other useless endeavors, why not give OK Stupid a shot? With OK Stupid, you can finally find the love you deserve. OK Stupid has plenty of storage for all your favorite photos, and our army of bots won't even care that you're a dry-foot, bunion-looking bitch. But if you can't find true love with our many thousands of scam bots, no worries. For the low subscription rate of just $13,000, you can upgrade to our large selection of real human women willing to settle for a van down by the river. Sign up today at www.okstupid.willtakeyourmoney.com. Okay, stupid. When you're dumb and desperate, but you still want to get laid.
All right. Flea with a scorcher there. All right, let me address what just happened here. I'm going to have Nora on a different stream. Today's not the day. I agree with Anna and everybody in chat. This is not the time for any of that. We will have that time, though, and it won't be DT time. It'll be another time. Let's get back to what we're all here for, right? Man Bear Pig has been on a proverbial roll, as they say. CBF, thank you for trying. Yes, CBS, thank you for the $10 super chat. Ellie, you're back up on the panel. Did you see our ad from Flea? I thought it was pretty brilliant. I don't know.
I did.
I'm sorry for
No, there's no sorry. And by the way, thank you to Rib Guy for the 5 gifted memberships. If you got a membership from Rib Guy, make sure you say thank you. Nora, if you're listening, please understand this is not the time. I know
I'll be glad to talk to her. It's just my heart rate and everything.
It does have to be done in a calm manner for your health.
Yeah,
I have to keep my heart rate and everything. Stress is major. I have to avoid it at all costs.
Can I say something though? I love you, Doug. I do. But I think what came across to some people, and this, I'm saying this as a friend because I love you, and sometimes friends need to, this is what I mean, help point out where things could, be misunderstood or you said them and not necessarily how you meant them. Nora is in no way responsible for the heart condition.
No.
And
No.
So I don't want that to be.
No.
I know, but that's what people are going to run with.
Yeah, no. Please, nobody go there. This has been ongoing for a little while. This I've been having health issues for a while.
Right.
And,
also, I know that things trigger things, so I can see the perspective of both sides. You brought Nora up, and she has the right to defend herself. It's just that in this circumstance, it wasn't working out the way it was because we're trying to do the show with it. I wish that it would have been not said with that because her name didn't come up yesterday, so it wasn't part of it, but it did. But I if Nora is listening, I do want to say, Nora, that I did correct 100% when Doug said that you were part of anything to do with me, that I do not know that to be true. And then he did take that back. So I don't know if you heard that. I think you guys need to have a calmer conversation, and it's hard when you're in your feelings because listen, people want to pretend, and Becky does it really well too. Somebody else just did. Audit LA did it yesterday on panel with saying that, if you think this didn't hurt my feelings, or if you think it's hurt my feelings, you're kidding. Audit, listen, I'm not trying to be mean, but stop fooling yourself. Of course it hurt. Why do you think Laura decided to do that panel? Feelings are hurt. We have the right to have emotions. Okay. We have the right to express how we feel. I just think that Doug needs to be a little bit calmer with things. Unfortunately, Nora was not in a good place to be able to communicate. And I think it needs to be a separate panel at a different point.
Worked up. We're all worked up.
Right. And you do, but I support Doug 100%. I want you to know that. I'm publicly saying that I support you 100%. I know things that happened to Poe, but I don't know a lot of the logistics. I'm not about to put blame on Nora or take blame away because I don't know. I wasn't there. I didn't talk to Poe. If you obviously feel strongly about it, so at some point, I hope that Nora will, be able to have a
I'd
panel
like to
link
ask
and
questions.
for
I really
just
would.
you two, no, for just you two to have a conversation and have a link, because that's the problem. People feel, and I'm watching chat at the time, that they need to pick sides. And this isn't about picking sides. It's about picking what's right and what's wrong. And Doug is my friend. When I think he's wrong, if he does it publicly, I'm going to say it publicly. And I think as hyped up as Doug got, he was wrong. He had to have understood that Nora is one that is good at defending herself. She's going through a lot. She has a lot more balls than I do. A lot of people do. But I understand that Doug has a love for people that he supports, and he sees an injustice. So neither party is necessarily wrong. It's a perspective that needs to be worked out. And that's how we're going to heal this. And it's accountability and not invalidating. If Doug knows something and he's putting that out there, Nora's going to have to be able to listen without feeling, and this is hard, Nora, this is, trust me, part of therapy, I know, is not justifying, but understanding that your actions hurt people. And I understand that you were in a cult, but so was I. We're adults now. We don't get to do that.
Yeah.
But Nora gets to defend herself, because he was trying to come up immediately, I think, and she did hear the part about me, and I don't think that she had anything to do. Now, maybe she did, and I'm totally screwed out of that because so many people were involved. But I have heard her say my name on panel. I've heard she said this whole mod crazy thing, and Ellie, whoever she is, and that's fine because she didn't know me. So she didn't say, she's this bitch. She's like Goldie. She's behind the scenes. She's trying to destroy channels. She didn't send this shit to my house. She didn't ask people to go in real life. She didn't do any of that. So she is, in my opinion, unless somebody can come forward with proof, she is 100% vindicated in my situation. And I want her to know that. It doesn't take away things that she's done. I personally will say the beef between her and Aaron, I'm so sick and tired of it. Stop freaking having to choose sides. Let them fight it out. They're secretly friends. I'm going to tell you right now. They might not realize it, but they're secretly friends. So I'm not taking either side. I'm talking specifically to heal. People need accountability for the actions they've done. Nora and Aaron have equally gone after each other.
Yeah.
Equally. They have equally done shit to each other. So why is anybody else getting involved in that shit? That's not what this is about. This is about what happened last night and what continues to happen.
Yeah.
That people want us to support a movement that of mind control and controlling people and trying to destroy people and go in real life, all things that Scientology does.
Yeah.
And yet you allowed that very thing to happen from the people that supported you.
Yeah. Yeah.
That is my problem.
Couple of things before we move on, and we really are going to move on from this. Okay. I promised the chat that we were going to move on from this, and we will. Turner says, how about back to getting the start of this all Booferton? We're going to get back to that, and I'll bring it full circle. I promise you all. But a couple of things here. Nora, if you're listening, you will have an opportunity. You just weren't giving me an opportunity on my own show to speak. Okay. And one thing that I don't like is for me to talk and somebody constantly interrupts me. Okay. It's been a bone of contention with all of us at one point, including myself. And we've all had to grow as a channel to learn how to let other people speak before, you can be heard. Now, Nora, you're welcome to come on at another time, not during DT time. I didn't want to seem callous, but I did tell you several times I'm talking. And when I'm talking, as the owner of the channel, you should know this as a streamer, that's the person that controls the narrative. This is my channel. I control the narrative. I want to get everybody's voice heard, including chat, which is why I always include chat. But when I'm speaking, then I'm speaking. Okay. And I very rarely go off on tangents or long rants like I am right now. But but I did have stuff to say. Today is not the day. My apologies to everybody involved. But we need to, like Becky said, we need to start healing. Yesterday was a good little teeny step on certain people's parts, but we can continue from this. Okay.
This is actually physically hurtful.
Yeah.
It's
So
physically. I'm
yeah.
gonna let you guys go. Okay, I can't say it right now.
Okay. All right, Becky.
Love
It's
you,
too much.
Becky. Love you,
Love you
Becky.
guys. Love you
All right.
guys. Love you
All right.
guys.
Turner, you're right. We're gonna get to it. L. Ron Liar, I believe, with the 5 gifted memberships. Make sure you say thank you to L. Ron Liar. Thank you very much, L. Ron. I really appreciate it. Brandon with the $10 super says, not to be funny, but Nora and Dougie just need to hug it out. Well, we will have that at some point. Hopefully, Nora will be back at a different time. It's an open invitation, just not during DT time. This time is supposed to be about us riffing on Man Bear Pig. Can we get back to that? Can we get back to that, everybody? Ellie, Dougie? I mean,
Sounds good to me.
all right.
I wasn't here for that part. I finished the part that I had to say. I just wanted to, to let Doug know that I love him and I support him. And I don't want him to do anything that's going to hurt him physically, emotionally, or mentally. I understand.
I got a little too
I know.
emotionally involved today.
And you do when you care about somebody, and I understand that, and I think Nora will too. I don't think that she's a bad person at all. I think that she's healing, and again, I don't know what the responsibilities are in that situation with Poe, and it's not my place. Maybe it would be good if Poe hold a panel and you guys do it.
Right now,
I just want.
I just want to move on for right now, but
yeah, and I think that's
I will
great.
say this about Nora. I do see that Nora is trying. I do see that.
Yeah, she is one of the few that tries.
And I'm not, and Nora, I'm sorry if I got a little hot under the collar. It's just a little close to home for me, to a very dear friend, and then with what's going on with Ellie, it was just a perfect storm, and I lost my emotions, I guess is the right word. I got a little hot, but just because I got a little hot doesn't mean that those feelings aren't valid.
I agree. I mean, everybody's feelings are valid here, right? This is a fair show. I know Nora is a little salty at me for her not being able to defend herself, but I said several times we're going to do this on another panel. Okay, so I hope Nora doesn't
do it after a doctor's appointment with the cardiologist. And since I kind of spit this out, I better explain it fully, because I don't want anybody to run with some narratives that aren't factual.
Well, I'm going to jump down into chat, but just so you know, I love you, Doug, and Emily. Thank you for letting me up and have that. I'm going to go down with the chat people for a little bit.
No worries. The vile chat. The vile chat.
No, I don't like that. They're not vile. They're awesome.
I know.
So while I was suffering, with the stomach issues that I had, which was ulcers, and while I was going into the doctor for that, they noticed that I had an irregular heartbeat.
Yeah.
And so they had me do a heart monitor for 2 weeks at home, which sucked. I hated it. Because you can't sleep very well, and you got this thing stuck to your chest, and it beeps when it's not making a good connection. It's a pain in the butt.
Yeah.
And so I got the results back, and it showed that I was AFib.
I know what it showed, that you're pregnant.
Yeah. And that I actually, for 3 days, I AFib for 3 days solid. And what AFibbing is it's the part of the heart that receives all of the information from the brain and other parts of the body. And it basically, way it was explained to me, it basically gets overwhelmed, and then the heart stops pumping the way it should, and it will kind of quiver and stuff. The doctor said, as far as the AFibbing part, if that was just all, A person can live just fine. They're fine. The problem, where the problem lies, is the heart. With the heart flow, the blood's not circulating like it should. It slows down, which then can cause blood pooling, which then can cause
strokes and other things. Yeah,
exactly. And so I was told to avoid stress at all costs.
Yeah,
and no coffee, and if I have any chest pains, lightheadedness, feeling kind of weird or whatever.
I know the perfect remedy for that, Dougie, and that is a report from KPL5. If you're willing to,
just to say, I can't. The outcome way they're looking is either controlled by medication. They can give the heart an electric shock that can get it back to doing what it's supposed to. And if those don't work, the worst case scenario is a pacemaker. My count, the way they do the count at the hospital, how they figure that stuff out. She said that I'm probably not a candidate for a pacemaker, but all I know is I just want this stuff to be taken care of. So my trip is going to happen, and it's going to happen whether I'm AFibing or not, man. I got to bring a freaking battery with some paddles out there.
You're going to be like that Jason Statham movie where, you have to get an electric charge, Dougie, to keep going, man. I don't know if you've ever seen that movie. It's called Crank. It's pretty good. Hey, Susan P., I wish you a speedy recovery. She says, welcome to my world, Doug. I'm in the hospital right now getting new meds for my heart. I wish you healing. We wish you healing as well. Susan P.
I didn't know that, Susan P. I'm sorry.
Turner says, Doug, been there, done that. Got a pacemaker years back, on meds, doing much better. So there is.
So you do feel a lot better.
Yeah.
Did you feel like tired and just like didn't have a lot of energy? Pugsley, did you have that?
Yeah.
Or is that just me being lazy because I'm thinking of Man Bear Pig too much and I'm taking on way too many of his characteristics?
Yeah, I know, probably, man. Well,
Thanks,
that's why. You know what? Look, I'm going to announce it here. This is the end of the show. No, I'm just kidding. That's not the end of the show. I don't want to give you a heart attack, Dougie. It's not the end. But we will be taking at least a week off.
Pugsley. Thank you. That good. Because I was starting to get bummed out. I was like, geez, man, am I just getting so old that this is how it's going to be for the rest of my life? I'm just going to be taking naps all the time and feeling like I'm have no energy.
Yeah.
So I don't have to worry about that. Cool.
Yeah. Okay. My sister had AFib, had her heart zapped, and now she's fine. It could be just a matter of that too, Dougie.
Yeah. I'm hoping it's just, gosh, you hear all these war stories. I can't get worried about it because that's not good either. So.
Yeah. Look, we got a lot of content to get here, but please hit that like button. I mean, this is my kind of my livelihood. It's the way that I make money. The way that I make money is that more and more people see these streams. I know today was a little heavy-hearted, not to make a pun on you, Doug, but I do what I can to please the people here. We're going to get back to it. A good remedy is some good humor. And we got a report from KPL5, Dougie. Let's listen in to see what KPL5 has to say here. And Ringo loves and approves.
Hello, this is Marsha Meadows with KPL5 News Radio. Guess what, folks? We're back. In what world did Man Bear Pig think that he could ever take us off of the air? I mean, come on. After all, we are the news. And speaking of the news, let's head on out to Jack Johnson. He's got a special message for y'all. Jack, what's going on out there?
Hello, this is Jack Johnson with KPL5 News Radio. After the KPL5 News team attorneys got a hold of YouTube, well, let's just say they seen things our way, and now we're back. And if Man Bear Pig thinks that we are intimidated, oh, hell no. In fact, that just drove the team to dig a little bit deeper and to find a little bit more out about Man Bear Pig. And well, here we go. Our coverage starts on Halloween night, where we found Man Bear Pig trick-or-treating. Yes, you heard me right. A 40-some-year-old slob of a man trick-or-treating. It's anybody's guess what he's dressed up to be. But I guess if you're all gacked out on boofing, then, well, you're probably not thinking quite clearly anyway. Now, we followed Man Bear Pig for about an hour, and he would go up to doors, hold out a bucket full of crap, and say, trick or trick. He doesn't quite got that down yet. And, well, not very many people put candy into the bucket. And what ones did, well, let's just say the candy sunk to the bottom. Where we did see Man Bear Pig dip into the bottom and pull out that piece of candy dripping with his poo, Man Bear Pig then proceeded to the porta potty, where he sat inside the porta potty. And, well, that's where he did his boofing. And with our special insider cameras, we were able to get the inside photo. And, well, that's what you're seeing right now. And if Man Bear Pig wants to say, oh, hey, I'm going to take them to court because they're talking about my boofing. Well, we don't need to talk about it because you brought it up. So there. After Man Bear Pig had left the porta potty, he went to a petting zoo where he went into a pen with a rabbit and a tortoise. And, well, the rabbit peed all over the tortoise, and Man Bear Pig picked up the tortoise and was handling it. And after that, went straight into the kitchen and cooked himself a hot dog. Yes, you heard me right, a hot dog. A pea-stained hot dog. Not just any pea stain, but a rabbit pea stain. Boy, Man Bear Pig, that just must really taste good on that hot dog. Now, we were able to get an interview with a person who wishes to be kept from the public eye, does not want to be known as Man Bear Pig's ex-girlfriend. And here's that interview.
Yes, I dated Man Bear Pig for about 2 years, and it was the worst 2 years of my life. Man never bathed. He stunk all the time. In fact, I had to get rid of all my sheets. They were ruined. I couldn't wash them, bleach them, nothing. Nothing would take the smell out. And I had to get a new bed because his side of the bed, it stunk. It stunk bad. I came home one time and caught Man Bear Pig with my dog, with Roxy. He was trying to shove a funnel in Roxy's butt, trying to get Roxy high with ketamine. He thought it would be funny. In fact, that's why Roxy hates Man Bear Pig. It's because Man Bear Pig is always trying to shove a funnel up his ass. Then one morning, I woke up to this sensation that something was trying to stick up my butt. He was trying to stick a funnel up my butt and get me high on ketamine in my sleep. That's when I had to kick him out. I knew his drug addiction to ketamine and to boofing was more important than anything else. It grew more important than trying to stop the Church of Scientology because all he cares about now is boofing. Boofing is all he cares about. The dude has a boofing addiction. So busy going after everybody else who talks about his boofing, rather than dealing with his case, which is going to put him behind bars. But he doesn't care. He thinks like the bubbas of prison are going to supply him with all the boofing stuff he needs. He's got another thing coming. They're not going to boof him with funnels. They're going to boof him with their dicks. Ladies, don't even bother with him. He's got a small penis. It's not very big. In fact, sometimes you're lucky if you even see the helmet sticking out. It was nothing to write home about. I'm ashamed that I ever even dated him. It was more dating to help me further my YouTube career. It was never that I loved the man. I can't stand the man. He's disgusting. But you know who really loves him? She. Yes, she loves him. They've done it several times. In fact, they tried to get me to have a threesome with him, but I said no way, because that's disgusting. I don't like Batgirls. Girl looks like either a piranha, a shark, or a werewolf, or vampire. I haven't figured it out yet. If you guys ever do, please let me know.
And folks, that was the end of the interview. The conclusion of this, Man Bear Pig is just rotten to the core. Literally. I mean, the dude stinks. He's so rotten that you literally can smell the man a mile away. It could be that he's sweating out all of the drug toxins that he's been absorbing up his ass. Or it could just be that he's a complete shithead. So much so that he reeks of it. Go ahead, Man Bear Pig. Copyright this one, bitch, because you're my bitch now. Back to you, Marcia.
My, oh.
Oh,
no!
What the hell, man? Another copyright strike, Dougie, man? And KPL 5 News. Oh, look, there it is. This video is no longer available to use because YouTube has terminated. Wow.
Jeez. What the hell's going on here, man?
Man Bear Pig is on top of this shit, man. If I'm KPL 5 News, I'm lawyering up big time, man. That's some bullshit and a half. Well, we may or may not hear from KPL 5 in the future, y'all. Becky, you're back. Are you okay, Becky?
I'm back.
All right, cool.
It's just a lot. You guys have to remember that I stayed on that panel for hours, and then I went on BT, and just the emotion of seeing what was happening in chat, what's happening on here, and you know, it took a lot for me to go on panel yesterday. And to remain on panel.
Oh, I know, Becky. Look. But
I'm just, let me just finish.
Yeah, go ahead.
I don't want this turning into an attack everyone mode. Yeah. You know, that's not what it was all about. I get it. Mistakes have been done. I get it. Things have to be said. I get it. But when I came on here because it's like, you know what, we're going to have some fun. And I get it. Sometimes I'm sorry, guys, this is what healing looks like. It's not always pretty. It's not always, give me 5 high, we're cool, let's go and go throttle in the fucking fields and in the meadow with the fucking deer and shit. Sometimes it looks messy.
It's not all Bambi, is what you're saying?
No, it's not all. You remember what happened to Bambi's mom?
I know. Well, that was in Godzilla. Oh, yeah. Did you ever see Godzilla 2000? Or I think it was Godzilla 2000, Becky. Or it was. It was
just a lot of chaos, and I just felt that we were just spinning and going back in circle after circle. And
it's just.
I thought I was fine to come back on, and then you asked me how the fuck I was feeling. Sorry.
Well, I always ask
you.
Have questions, Becky.
I know. But I'm fine, guys. I'm fine. I want to go back to the reason why we're here, which is the asshole.
Yeah, well, that's exactly what we're talking about. Venetia, it was Godzilla 1984. They showed this little mini cartoon of Bambi, like in the meadows, like you said,
in the meadows,
with all the little butterflies, and all of a sudden, just Godzilla's foot just smashes Bambi like all
flower.
Look, we haven't heard from Tom Peterson in a long while. He's got some new wares to sell. Let's take a look at Tom Peterson's latest great sponsor of the show. Thank you to Tom Peterson for sponsoring this portion of DT. Here we go.
Right.
Wake up. Wake up. It's Tom Peterson, and we got a deal for you. Here at Tom Peterson, we are always about the deals, and we have a great deal for you. Yes, south of the border, shipped from south of the border, we have fresh bags of ketamine ready to be boofed. Yes, you heard me right. Ready to be boofed. What? No way.
Oh, man. Even Tom Peterson is not out of the reach of Man Bear Pig, man. What the fuck, man?
Yeah, is it going to happen to us next?
See, now I got a problem. Hey, Flea,
Yep.
I got a problem, Flea, not with you, but with Man Bear Pig for taking down our great sponsor, Tom Peterson. Apparently, Peterson's channel has been taken down as well.
Wow. All he's trying to do is resell your valuable goods.
I know. What is it? What is he mentioned boofing. I wonder if boofing is the thing. Maybe I should shut up about boofing, Dougie. I mean, we could probably actually, okay, every time I say beep, then we'll just beep it out. Okay, Dougie?
No.
We'll just beep it out. I don't want any trouble from yeah, I got a problem, CBF, because when you mess with my grifting, I mean my sponsors, then I have a problem with that, CBF. So I'm just saying, man. Flea, you're up here. You wanted to say.
Yes. Hi, babies. Becky and Ellie, I love you guys.
Notice how
Thank you. We
somebody
love
does
you
out of
too.
that, Dougie.
Dougie, and I'm sorry for all the pain that you guys are going through. And Dougie, I'm so sorry about your health issues. That really sucks. And MLH, go fuck off in your Prius.
What? I'm the only one with the fuck off. It's all love and respect for Ellie and Becky and all kinds of love for Dougie.
Now we know who she really loves, though. Notice who she really loves. The
Yeah.
one she cusses out.
He knows. He knows. That's why I can do that.
You know
But-
what, Flea? Go beep yourself. You know what I'm saying? Okay. I mean,
Well, that's what you think I was doing before I got on here.
Oh my!
I had my
It's the middle of the
Master.
day.
A little bit of
It's the middle of the day. Have some decorum.
Hey, the middle of the day.
Bored. Pulled out the old Jill Master.
That's right. I was going to say the Jill Master doesn't care if it's morning, noon, or night. It needs to be used. It needs to be used.
Jill Master loves you no matter what.
But really, CBF says, face it, MLH, you're the annoying little brother.
I'm about ready to go call my husband and be like, "Get your ass back from work. Get your ass back here now."
Becky, we don't need to hear that.
Anyway, I want to say something really quick.
Yes, please.
I didn't want to speak earlier. Everyone was so heated, but I really need to say I need to say something about accountability.
Okay.
I appreciate that people are taking baby steps toward accountability, but when the damage is deep, it doesn't cut it.
Yeah.
Okay. And a little lesson, a little PSA on how you take accountability is it's real simple. You say, I was wrong. I'm sorry. No buts, no excuses, no follow-up to that as to why you did it. You just say, I was wrong and I'm sorry. I shouldn't have said that. I shouldn't have done that. What can I do to make it right?
Yeah.
That's it. It's that simple, y'all. That's it. Do not follow up with a barrage of excuses because then the apology seems hollow, especially if the excuses are untrue.
I've had to do a few mea culpas on this channel before, and I do them full-throatedly. You know what I mean? Like because when I realized how dare you, Becky? This is not you and your husband.
That sounds like a commercial.
It does. It does.
Full-throatedly. How did you say that again?
Full-throated.
Full-throated. Yeah, full-throatedly. No, you have to be sincere. And I've been as sincere as I can be on this channel when I make a mistake.
Yes, you do. I have to say that yes, you do.
Because that's really what men do, right? When you're wrong, you're wrong. You own up to it. And women. I'm not excluding women, but I'm just saying from a male perspective, it's first of all, it's really hard for a man in particular to admit that he is wrong, right?
No.
Well, I know from personal experience, it's tough sometimes to hear from. I just had one the other day, guys, where I took down a stream from Man Who Yells at Clouds because I didn't want to give off the perception that I was kicking somebody when they were down with their mental health, right? It does happen. Like I slip up, I make mistakes. You know, I own up to it though. It's okay. There, people. This is what I always say. People in general are good people, right? In general, right? And and they will forgive if you can admit to your mistakes, right? But we've got a lot of people in this community on the other side of things, right? One of them is up on the screen now, and I'm going to talk about him in just a second, that can never admit that they're wrong, right? Because they're too narcissistic. They're too into their own feelings. They're too into their own simping, their own friends or whatever. If my friends are wrong, I will call them out on it, and vice versa. You know why? Because that's the hallmark of true friendships. Dougie and I have had it out before on things, but I know Dougie is a good friend. Becky and I have had it out before.
Oh, you mean never?
Right. But
Never.
at the end of the day, we're good friends because we can call each other out on each other's bullshit sometimes, right? So, and it's the same with Ellie, it's the same with Flea. We all take accountability because we're good people here. We don't I nobody is going to go to another channel and simp for me because I don't need anybody to simp for me. If you want to speak up and say something is misinterpreted or you got it all wrong,
Bernie will go and send for you. Stop
well,
it.
yeah, she'll do other things
We
too,
love her.
Becky. You know what I'm saying? Look, rib guy with thanks for
Pimpin' and pimpin'.
yeah, gimping and simping. That's right. But Rib Guy says then MLH and I are besties. Well, I, I've gained a lot of great friends here. This is what I always say.
Yeah, we
On
have.
this side of things, we have a lot of great friends. I include a lot of the chatters as some of my friends. There are some lurkers that I've become friend with through email and through texting and other things. And you don't necessarily. I've never met Dougie in real life, but Dougie, wouldn't you say that we're good friends?
Yeah.
Like, I would say so too. That's the thing. I've met Flea. Oh God, that chick, man.
No. We're not gonna go there. We love you.
No,
Look, we'll kick you off of your own
I
stream
know.
and leave Flea
I,
up
I should
on
probably
here.
kick kick myself off of right. Um, but there are good people here, right? These
Yeah.
people are good people. Becky is a good person. Ellie is a great person. Um, Flea, she's an average to maybe above average person.
Wonderful.
Mediocre.
Mediocre, maybe. Yeah, Jojo, yeah, we've emailed a few times. Look, this is what I'm talking about. That's a budding friendship, right, Jojo? I think we can agree to that. Eric Raiders, another one that I've interacted with on
Oh,
stream,
I love Eric.
text.
Oh.
I need to give him my number, by the way. I think he might have it, but I'm gonna give it to him anyways. I don't know. But there are good relationships here, right? When you go over there are relationships based on bullshit and nonsense and false information and untruths and bullying and just stupidity. I mean, just dumb shit that Man Bear Pig says on a daily basis that for some reason galvanizes his echo chamber. And people can counter that with, well, you have your own echo chamber, MLH. 'Tis true. But see, I'd rather be on the right side of things than the wrong side of things, right? There's a right side of history and there's a wrong side of history.
Yep.
And I firmly believe that all of us are on the right side of history, right? Who's on the wrong side of history? David B. That fucking weasel.
Mm-hmm.
He's a weasel. Fab Driz says, if I ever see MLH in real life, it's probably going down like this. Hey, you hungry? Want a hot dog? How dare you, Fab Driz? Fab Drizzle. Pluck, nice to see you in there. I'm
And I
owning up.
have to say that I know that yesterday, like I said, it wasn't perfect. But let me tell you, when she said that her biggest regret is him in 10 fucking years. I went, ooh, hell yeah. When when we're trying to set up a time to go to Pink's, which is a hot dog place to go eat, I say, yay, we get to eat hot dogs. So I mean, shit was also said yesterday. A lot of people also came forward.
Yeah.
Was it more explaining of their feelings versus apologies and all that? I totally get it. Trust me, I get it. But there were quite a lot of things said yesterday. That finally is opening up other people's eyes. Now, the ones that still want to remain with their eyes shut, that's on them.
Yeah.
But having Laura finally speak out and say, fuck you, you're an asshole.
Look, at the very least, Becky, I guess I can say it's a fucking start. It's a start.
It's a
it may
start.
be a tiny, tiny, tiny little thing, but I guess it's a start. And I recognize it, but I mean,
like Friday said, he wanted her to speak out, and boy, did she speak out.
no, he really didn't, because
Can I say something?
Yeah, go for
Sure.
it. No, you can't.
Please say something, please.
I understand it's human nature, and it's totally understandable to want to explain your actions. I get it. But if you truly want to heal, the unadulterated apology has to come first. That has to be a standalone thing where you don't go into a long explanation. It can be as short as a 2 or 3 minute video where you just say, listen, I'm sorry, I was wrong. I don't have any excuses. I screwed up. What can I do to make it right?
Yeah.
And that's it. And leave it at that and wait for a response. And you may not get one. And I know that people think if they do that and they don't explain, it's going to make them look bad. But I promise you it's not. People are going to have a whole lot more respect for you.
Exactly.
If you do it that way, and then use a separate stream to go into why you did what you did.
Yeah. You're absolutely.
I mean, I had to do that. I had to do that in the other community that I used to belong to.
Yeah.
When I very first came in the community, I mean, I was naive. I never been on YouTube other than to watch music videos and stuff, and to be on a panel talking was like, huh? And so I went up there
used to being on Pornhub.
Yeah. And look, I don't want to see everybody hurting. I am saying this because I don't want to see everybody hurting. And I would like nothing more than to see this community heal from the chaos that crusty ass bunion looking bitch started.
By the way, I'm gonna replay that. Not today, Flea. I'm gonna replay that ad because there's some stuff that you guys got in that video. It's a great video. The one that Flea did today. I'm gonna replay it on Monday's show. But let's continue here. I got to get to some things. Eric is a good dude, Brandon. Ellie says Eric is a Raiders fan. Why would you give him your number, Emily? Oh, that's true. Thanks for reminding me, Ellie. Maybe I won't. Rib Guy says, I swear I can boil water. Of course you can. I'm owning up to making comments wherever I can about certain ant bug who thinks he's an activist and pointing out that he will never be as good as the real ones out there. Denise says, I agree. Let's see. Eric felt betrayed by everyone. He has had deep scars, and also no one's abuse should ever be compared. I agree, Cinderella. And Eric's a good friend of the show, and we love Eric. No doubt about it. David is a douche. I agree, Mrs. J. I'm going to be talking about David B here in just a second once I get caught up with chat, because I do like including everybody, right? You're caught up. Hemp stems, cool. Brandon with another $10 super says everyone is good. Ellie had me at hello. Thank you very much, Brandon. I appreciate that.
Brandon.
I backed the wrong horse at the beginning. See, look, here's some accountability. Rib Guy says, my apology was real simple. I backed the wrong horse at the beginning. Turns out I backed a jackass. See, there you go.
It happens.
It does
and
happen.
when I did that, I went on a tour. I went on all the other panels and went up and apologized. I just said, hey, I made a mistake, you know? And I mean, that's, you know, yeah, I was ignorant.
She did say she wanted to do a part 2. I want to make that clear. She did say she wanted to make a part 2.
Hopefully.
And then she and we had our conversation in private.
Yeah.
No, before.
Oh, before.
Before I went on there, we had our conversation in private.
Yeah.
We said what needed to be said in private.
Yeah.
I understand.
So did the story change from what she told you in private and then what she talked about on air? Or
what she told me was that she did get stuck and she thought it was from the chingadera for the mattress.
Okay, so why?
You know what
never mind. I'm not going to go there.
We can go back and on and keep turning this 3 times sideways.
I'm not going to do that.
And then when I said I said that in my chat, I said it in MLH's chat, that's what you had thought in the beginning because you popped into his RV and said it there. I said, but Pearl, Selfless, and Scott. She tried to excuse Selfless and Pearl, and I said, no. You made it very clear who else said it.
Yeah.
So again, you know, I'm not going to disclose everything that we talked about because the same way that I respect our private conversation.
Right. And I wouldn't expect you to.
No, but I do want to point out that she and I spoke. We clarified some things. We clarified what happened in the courtroom because Scott told her that I was talking to Moxon.
Right.
And then she sees me walking out with Tanya and the DA, sees Tanya next to Moxon. And I said, nope, never happened. However, you claim that it did, and it blew up. And, you know, she admitted, she yelled at me. She admitted it yesterday, too.
That's not how she presented it when it happened. And that's part of the issue.
And I get it. I understand what you guys are saying. But me, the person that got hurt out of that story the most, who had to deal with it for months and months and months, me personally, with what we spoke about and where we left off. I want to make it very clear to everyone. The minute that I heard Nora say that I was in the courtroom, and she thought it was me and she thanked me, I went straight into her chat and I said, I wanted to support you, but I didn't want to add on to your stress. So I was not there. Okay,
she thought you were there.
And so, again, you know, I deal with things very differently. Does that mean that me and Laura are now best friends and we're going to kumbaya? No, there still has to be time for healing.
Oh, come on, Becky. You're going to be up on stage with Laura singing Living and Loving. And
the same way I'm on stage with you, motherfucker. You know, but I do want the chat to know that we had a private conversation.
All right.
And before I went on panel, I told her that it did not need to be addressed.
All right, let me get to some chats here. Freya with the $10 super. Hating someone or disagreeing doesn't mean you try to ruin their life. You doxed me and I held you responsible. Shouldn't have Sandra to background me, period. Okay, I want to address this. This is Gina Freya. Gina Freya in real life has been doxed, and They tried to get her job taken away from her. Anytime you go in real life, you're a scumbag. You're a scumbag, man, bear pig. You are an absolute scumbag. I have no problem saying that. I would say it to your face. I would say it to David B's face.
And we don't feel sorry for you.
No. And I don't feel sorry for any of them. David B's got his head so far up man bear pig's ass.
He can taste the crap on the family name. Literally. He's running his tongue through it.
He's part of the shit stain on the family name, okay? Because he's an enabler. And even Man Bear Pig can't stand him because he thinks he mansplains too much. So stop with the bullshit. Stop with the real life shit. And, you know, stop trying to prey on people that you think are weaker than you, mostly women, Man Bear Pig. And don't think I haven't noticed that pattern. I mean, look at the pattern. Ellie, Becky, Jaylyn, Gina, Ham It Up. I mean, go on and on and on. He tried with Club Brain Fog, and you guys saw what Club Brain Fog did. She wasn't having any of that shit.
We're not
what else?
I mean, the list goes on.
List goes on and on. Riddle, DOS. You know, I mean, you know, when I say there's probably 100 people, there's probably 100 people or more that lives that he affected in a way, and some more egregious than others. What he did to Matt and Jaylyn was unconscionable. What he did to Ellie, and that's personal for me, was absolutely unconscionable. And what he's doing currently to Becky and did before is also unconscionable. So there are a lot of things that he's got some explaining to do, and maybe one day when he's about ready to meet his maker in his deathbed, he might come clean. But until that day happens, I don't
know
any account.
Don't hold your breath.
Any account for me, so I don't know how that's going to work out so well for him. But you know what?
Yeah.
What a pig.
Yeah. KT's in there. What's up, KT? Nice to have you in here.
Listen, y'all, I'm not staying. I just wanted to come give that PSA for anybody who needed it. That is how you take accountability.
That's
just do it. Get it out of the way. You're going to get a lot more respect that way. I promise.
Yeah,
I promise.
It works. It actually works.
Hey, Flea.
Yeah.
Checks in the mail.
Well, you know what, MLH, I'm sorry that I trusted you. I was wrong. How can I make it right?
Thank you very much for being up here, Flea. I know you got shit to do, but thank you
Thanks,
so much
Flea.
for coming up. All right.
All right. Bye, guys.
Let's continue.
Bye. We love you.
Love you.
Voice Down Under says, I've always really liked Eric. I had him on my channel, and then he just switched on me and turned really angry and started shouting and calling my friends names. And I just, I don't know. Maybe there was a reason. He's usually very level-headed, Voice Down Under. Thank you for being in here. Later, Voice Down Under. Lots of pain there for me, obviously, regarding what happened to Eric Rader. I know, and it was not right.
Yeah. Eric's always been a stand-up guy. My experience with him, my
I agree 100%.
You know, I've not had personal meetings like Becky has, but just my dealings with him on YouTube and stuff. He's been nothing but a kind soul, a very kind soul person.
Brandon says, Becky, you had me at you complete me.
Orale.
There you go. Definitely a fan there. Right on. Thank you for that. Trying to get caught up in chat. So many flew by. If I didn't get all your comments in, I do apologize. Freya,
and you're an asshole.
Yeah, I am an asshole. No doubt about that. I am not having it. You also went to 3 states, so willing to clean up the mess, but don't think it will be the end. That goes for Sandra and Chi too. Buckle up, Buttercup.
Buckle up, Buttercup. It's coming.
Look, there are consequences for actions, right? And there are consequences for coming for people. Man Bear Pig is going through it right now. And I believe Chi and Sandra definitely, I mean, Sandra admitted to a crime in court. So, I mean, if the DA really wanted to, he could take care of a business with Sandra. Vanecci, Flea matters. I agree. Flea does matter. The only person Laura is now complaining is because Scott was now against her. See, Melissa, there's a lot to that. I don't want to get into it now, but we will have other streams discussing all of this later. Pluck, your daughter's birthday today. Well, happy
happy
birthday. Yeah.
Happy birthday. Let's see, what else do I got here?
So
Yeah, not to be confused with Mod Buttercup. I love Mod Buttercup for sure. All right. We got a song for you all.
No, we don't.
Shut up.
No, we don't, because the flock of flies. The flock of flies are everywhere, folks.
Look, he's gonna get
and they'll get you no matter where you go.
It's gonna be demonetized. I know it is.
It was only 4-second flongs.
Oh, Danny, we need to talk, my friend.
Danny, you're in trouble. All
Oh,
right.
no, he's not.
Oh, he's not. Apparently, he's not. Oh, well, she needs to talk to you, Danny. Okay,
No, Danny, I'd run, because anytime Becky talks to me in that voice,
you know what? I think
it scares me. I'm afraid she's gonna.
Danny's a bad actor.
Beat me up, man. She's tough. Nobody messes with Becky.
Yeah.
Everybody knows that. She's the, Becky, to me, you're one of the OGs for me. You and Poe are not you and Poe, but you and Sir Crepitus are the OGs. You're the original people that I got to know. The very first people I got to know here in this community was you and Sir Crepitus. I don't know if you knew
had
that.
a dinghy.
Yeah, and that's why he talked
Yeah.
shit about you, Becky, behind the scenes. I mean,
like you?
Oh yeah, all the time, Becky. Talking about
I
Becky
hear you all over the place. Fucking Becky. Pinche Becky. That's my name. Pinche Becky. Say it with pride.
Hey, I'm only 49% Becky. It's definitely fucking Becky, man.
Yeah, it's pinche Becky.
Pinche Becky. Okay, so Gina, I hear you in chat, and it's a bunch of bullshit getting doxxed. Okay. And you have our back 100%. We have your back 100%. All right. We got a song here. I only have time to play one, JoJo, because today went a little bit long. But here is, speaking of bad actors, we got a bunch up on panel here. I've been called a bad actor. Ellie was a bad actor. Becky's a bad actor. Eric Ray was a bad actor. Yeah, exactly. Here is Bad Actor by JoJo Bananas.
Man, he calls everyone bad actors, but he's the one rehearsing his lines every damn night. You can't make this up. Yo, MVP, take a seat. The show's on you. You talk big truth, but it ain't nothing new. Pointing at the crowd like they all fake, but your mirror looking back like, give me a break. You preach like you woke, like you got the code, but your whole damn chat stuck in control mode. Saying I don't block, yeah, sure, we know. 3 minutes later and poof, we go. Bad actor, bad actor, you lost your mind, you need a script.
Hell yeah.
Bad actor, step down, you clown. You built this circus, now burn it down. You said we're nasty, we're the worst kind of crew, but the only mess here, man, is you. You're twisting words, you dodging blame. Same sad story, just a different name. Talk about truth, but you bend it quick. Fake tears falling, real slick trick. You say I'm calm, but we here to rage. Screaming through the screen like you're on stage. A bad actor, you lost your mind. Trying to gaslight the whole online. Bad actor, step down, you clown. You can't fool people who stuck around. You said you don't control your chat right, but everyone sits quiet when you talk all night. They scared to speak, scared to blink, cause one wrong word and poof, they sink. You talk about morals, you talk about grace, but you're just another mask on another face. Rewind your stream, hit play again. It's the same old rant, just a different friend. Bad actor, you lost your mind. You're the punchline every time. Bad actor, step down, you clown. You played your part, now we're calling you out. Yeah, keep talking about bad actors, but every scene, every line, every fake tear, you're the one in the spotlight, bro. Curtains falling. Yeah, keep talking about bad actors, but every scene, every line, every fake tear, You're the one in the spotlight, bro. Curtains falling.
All right. You know who that sounds like?
It sounds like who?
Man.
Yeah. What does it sound like?
Kind of sounds like Kenny was singing that.
Bad
Kenny.
Bad actor. Yeah.
Was that crackhead Kenny singing that song for you?
No, it definitely wasn't.
It sounded more like boss talk, but
Maybe
I
it was
could be
Bob
wrong.
Rock. Yeah. Somebody.
It's kind of like when Nami. Oh, I miss Nami.
Sarah.
When Nami.
Yeah.
When
Well,
Nami
he
does
has
his
the
song.
Thursday show. You can go see him on Thursdays.
This is a good
Yes,
question.
I have to remember because my brain. Yeah.
Becky,
But
this is a good question that Sarah has. Can I
yes.
ask, does Becky know why Laura's stream? I don't think she does, but does Becky know why Laura's stream has been put on private?
What? It
Yes.
did?
Yep. You do know, Becky?
Yes.
Okay, why?
I'm not saying why.
Are you not? All right. Well, I don't know. It just seems kind of suspect to.
No, no,
put
no.
that
It
one-
has nothing to do with any of what you guys are thinking. I cannot say more than that. But
Right.
no, I'm not giving her an excuse. There is a real reason why. And I'll leave it at that.
All right. She's probably afraid, Amy M. says.
No, that's not it.
All right. I'll just take you at your word. I'm not gonna pry, even though the journalist in me.
I know you're
said pry.
itching to fucking know. I know I'm gonna get the phone call right after the show. You're gonna be like, okay, bitch.
Oh
Either
yeah.
you tell me or you will never be.
Oh, stop it. I would never do that.
So the truth has finally come out.
Yeah.
JoJo just revealed it. The singer
that?
was Flea.
Eminem. Oh, it was Flea?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I didn't know Flea could sound like that. Wow.
Well, Flea has some
A wide
ability.
range of different bites and jumps and voices, apparently. So
Yeah.
Or it's a flea. It jumps everywhere, of course.
yeah.
All right. Well, let me
was part of the Flea circus. I'm kind of curious now.
There is one
We
thing
need
that
to interview Flea sometime. Really dig into her past to find out how much of a Flea life she really lives.
I know we do. We need to do that. One thing I want to talk about before we get off the air here, I alluded to it before. David B got up on panel yesterday and was talking some mad shit about me and my homeless outreach stream that I did recently. And he compared that stream. He said some of his words were, see, he's such a hypocrite because he talks about Man Bear Pig filming kids, but he was out there on his homeless outreach filming kids. Let me tell you guys the real reason that there were homeless people on and other people, including some kids on my stream the other day. Number one, I didn't focus on any of the kids, okay, to my knowledge, right? I did hand out food to kids because kids are part of the homeless community or otherwise, right? Dougie, go ahead before I get into this mini rant. Go right ahead, buddy.
I forgot what I was gonna say.
Oh, I see how you are. You
damn it!
You rail my whole fucking rant. Let me continue here. So this shows you how uniquely stupid David B is. Okay, he's either uniquely stupid or he still has much more to gain from Man Bear Pig than even any of us know. Okay. Fleas have amazing octave range. Flea is very talented, Denise. I agree. Yeah, Anna says yes, he did. Yeah. So that was not a choice to film kids. That's right. Number one, let me tell you guys.
I remember what I was gonna say.
Yeah. Okay, go ahead, Dougie.
The difference between you filming or not filming, but you having some children show up on your video and Man Bear Pig the same is Man Bear Pig's getting a stiffy when you're not.
Yeah.
That's the difference.
Yeah.
He's getting his jollies off of it when you're just going about business and not really realizing that you're just doing your job. To him, nah, it's not a job.
There's a couple things I want to say about this, okay? Because this is personal now, David B. You've questioned my integrity and my character now, right? And there's one thing that I will fight vehemently, and it's my character and my integrity. Okay. Number one, filming anything out in public is just that. It's filming out in public. Okay. So it would be one thing if I was hyper focused on a kid going to the bathroom, right? Like Man Bear Pig was, which you've never called him out on that. Have you?
Yeah,
Have you?
it's a little
Kim?
different. It's
Have
a
you?
little bit different. Yeah.
Yeah. There were no porta potties nearby, right? There's a little bit of a difference there. Do you see the difference? Here's
Did you
another.
get an RO against you for filming someone else's children?
Boy.
Nope.
Here's
Right?
another thing.
Mm.
Here's
Nope.
another thing to be cognizant of, okay? The other thing is I recently took my dash cam off of my car because I need to clean it because eventually I'm going to get window tinting on my windshield. Okay. So normally when I go out and this you can verify, David B. Go back to all my other streams where I've done homeless outreach. Normally that camera sits on the dash, right? And I do my business in the back by giving whoever I give food to, which I know is a really hard concept for you to understand, that some people can be good to other people because you're hanging around pieces of shit like Man Bear Pig and the stupid censored chat over there. Okay, Matt, David Z, as people like to call you. We like to call you the Gimp because you are a submissive Gimp to Man Bear Pig. Okay. So there's another little distinction for you there, little Davy, right? That's another distinction for you. I won't go up on panel because you're a true piece of shit enabler and a gimp. And there's nothing I can say to get your head out of Man Bear Pig's ass, except that maybe I can go to Man Bear Pig and say, I got a bigger boofing funnel for him before he gets your head out of his ass to do his boofing. Okay. So there's that, right? You're a know-it-all that knows nothing.
Yeah.
Okay. That's the thing. You think
know more about the family
yeah.
than the family.
Yeah.
You know how ignorant, stupid you sounded? You're
yeah.
dumbass.
Yeah. So here's the thing, David B. As much as you want to attack me for doing homeless outreach, it's not going to do a damn thing. And you know what? You taking credit for how to raise money. I'm going to show you how to raise money at the end of this month, David B, because I'm going to raise money for another homeless outreach stream that's probably going to outdo the $450 that you counted yourself there, David Z, the Gimp. I'm going to do a stream and we're going to go for $500 or more. And I might do two, count them, two homeless outreach streams for Christmas this year. All right. Depending on how much money we get there, David B. And maybe some people just want to give me a Christmas present, like Steeler Fan did here for my window tint.
Yeah. Can I ask
you, Steeler
a question?
Fan, for the $10 super chat for my window tint. Yes, go ahead, Dougie.
Davey, what are you going to do? Are you going to go out and feed the hungry? Are you going to do that? Are you going to go out and show MLH how it's properly done? Are you going to do that?
I encourage it.
I don't think so because I think you're too lazy. You're too busy feeding Man Bear Pig's ego that you have no time to do any kind of outreach. But you'll sit in your recliner chair at home and tell us all we need to know about what you think. Because after all, I mean, Gimps know an awful lot, and you're the king of Gimps. So when you speak, we listen. You dumbass Gimp piece of shit.
Here's my final thought. I will never be on a panel with you, David B, because you have nothing of intelligence worth to say.
No.
You have nothing for me to gain by talking to you because all you do is blab your fucking gums over and over and over again, and the message is stale. The only reason that you're there is because you're simping for some reason, David B. And one day maybe the truth will come out, or maybe you'll be implicated in Man Bear Pig's whole scheme.
Yeah.
I mean,
Mhm.
You're
that could
involved
be the
some
case.
way, somehow. There's a reason why you're doing what you're doing, because no grown man would ever kiss another man's ass like you do.
Yeah.
Unless
And
you
I
were
got,
just
I
in
have
love
to
with him.
add,
Now, maybe you're in love with him. Maybe there's a relationship. I mean, maybe that's it. And if that's it,
no,
you know what? That's great. I'm happy for the two of you.
Yeah.
You should just come on out with it instead of trying to hide it, you know?
Becky, you wanted to say.
the David B, he really does need to be careful because one of the questions that was asked to me by the DA did implicate him.
Yeah.
And if he thinks I'm lying, go and find out on your own.
Well, he knows
You
everything,
know,
Becky. So
of course he knows
you're lying.
everything, but the bottom line is this, and this is coming from a woman, okay? David B, you're a bitch. Because there is no way in fucking hell that you're going to tell me, because trust me, I've seen a lot of friendships that are male, that are,
I hear you, Jackie.
I, as you guys know, I support LGBTQ LMLOP community 100 fucking percent.
Yep.
And I don't think that's it. What I really believe is that David B enjoys the chaos that he does. It's not this. If it would be this, oh, but I love you. Okay, I do anything for my man. I don't give a fuck. You do you, boo. But the bottom line is you do this because you enjoy it. You do it because for some odd reason, it gives you some sort of power that you do not have in your own home. You're stuck at
You know
home.
what's funny? He thinks he has power over me because he went inside this chat and he spent $26. Yeah, I counted how much money you spent there, David B. You know what my chat did? They not only matched your $26, they went well above and beyond, and it had
They
nothing to
exceeded
do
it.
with it had zero to do with you and
He takes the credit for that when the credit lies with all of you
Yeah.
people. He's taking your credit away from you.
Yeah, it had nothing to do with you and everything to do with the people in my chat who are generous and giving and loving and want to see people get fed out on the street. And instead, you're yipping yapping about some fucking camera.
They were even complaining that not everybody there getting hot dogs were homeless. And I'm thinking,
look,
you know what? Do they not understand that there are some people that are unhoused, okay, that are living out there and they manage to make themselves
look
presentable?
good or
Not everybody is walking around looking like a zombie, looking for their next hit, looking for their next trick, looking for their next high. There are people out there that because they could not put a roof over their head and feed their family at the same time are out there. Many people are. On top of that, I'm on a roll. Give me 2 seconds.
I know.
The other thing I want to say about that is this. Many people are one paycheck away from being homeless. So if that hot dog helps somebody feed themselves or feed their kids, and that hot dog, whether it's $2, $10, it doesn't fucking matter. If that hot dog was enough to put food in their fucking mouth and still be able to have a roof over their head, then so be fucking it. And if you're gonna sit there and shit on shit like this, it really just goes to show you that David B, you are a bitch.
That was a little more than 2 seconds, Becky, but I loved it. And I
Sorry.
appreciate it. But here's what I wanted to say, Becky. You said something very profound yesterday on that stream with Lara. You said that something about like whether or not if people are drug addicts or not drug addicts and stuff like that. And here's my view on it. Number one, what if someone that I served wasn't homeless? Does that hurt your feelings, David B? I have people over all the time and I give them food and they're not homeless. Does that hurt your feelings? I give anybody that wants food. You know why? Because it's food. It's a necessity for most of us. And unlike the vampire that you are, I don't think you need food. I think you just need to live off of the fumes of man bear pig's ass smell. But here's what I'm telling you. I don't give a fuck who I give a hot dog to, or a piece of pizza, or whatever, a sandwich, whatever.
Socks.
With socks, whatever I give to somebody out there, whether they're homeless or not. First of all, how did you vet all of these people? Am I supposed to vet everybody and say, hey, are you homeless? Do you have a home? Are you unhoused? Because if you're not, I can't give you this piece of pizza, even if you are hungry. Did anybody notice that all the people that I handed food out immediately started eating that food? Because I did. Every single person that I handed food out that day ate the food. Why do you have a problem with people eating, Gimp? You're the one that looks like a total fucking jackass, because you know what? You are. And you know what? You keep it up, David B, and I'm going to expose you for who you really are. Because I know a lot more about you than you know about me. Okay? So let's just leave it at that. Let's do our final thoughts and get the fuck out of here. Becky, your 50 million final thoughts. I'm kidding, Becky. You know I'm kidding.
Okay,
But we know he's not kidding.
I am kidding.
I know he's not. My first final thought. No,
I am
okay.
kidding, Cabrona.
No, like I said, yesterday was the beginning. Was it perfect? No. Were things left out? Yes. Were lies told? Yes.
Were
But
Dougie's
what
upset?
I want,
Yes.
yes,
Dougie.
is Mexican long hair and asshole. We all know he is.
Of
We love
course.
him.
Of course.
No, I'm just teasing you. But the bottom line is this: it's the beginning. It wasn't perfect. I know. I more than any of you guys know. I was, for me personally, I was very happy to see that she finally spoke out. Were again, was it perfect? No. Did she speak out because it finally got to her because it was her personal friends, audit, and so on? Yes. Bye, honey. Was it any of that? Yes. I get it. But it is the beginning. Now I'm gonna touch on Nora. Nora, we all know that, she was, again, wasn't perfect, said some things. I know I was part of some of those things that she did say, but she's trying to take responsibility for her actions. And are they perfect? No, it's not perfect, but it's the beginning. You cannot walk, fuck, what is it, a journey of 1,000 miles without first taking that very first step. And this was the first step. We need to concentrate on the good so that we can move forward and slowly bring out the other things that we have a grievance on. But I wasn't gonna sit there and radio in on her and laser in on her and tell her everything she did wrong and was doing wrong and will continue to do wrong and all of that. That's not me. And I really ask you guys for some grace. I'm talking to the chat. I know there's people like Ellie that have been severely abused and hurt. There's some of us that are still healing from all of that. It's everybody's healing process is different. But I'm going to tell you what does not work. What does not work is seeing everyone in chat arguing, fighting, picking sides. You know what? Support who you want to support. And that's that. We do this for healing. We sit up here, make jackasses of ourselves, talk shit to each other so that we can joke about it. Today was very intense. Yesterday was very intense. Tomorrow I have a funeral. It's going to be very intense. That's just fucking life.
Yeah.
We need to shake it off and keep moving forward. Please.
All right. Dougie,
Yes, sir.
your final thoughts.
Well, this show didn't go as I thought it was going to be planned, or how we had it planned. That's for sure.
You think, Dougie? You think?
Yeah. It took a left turn there real fast. You know, I'm a passionate person when it comes to people I care about. I'm a very loyal friend. And any of my friends will say that. I don't have a lot of friends. I used to have a ton of them when I was younger, but you know, with age and everything, wisdom and stuff, and you do some weeding here and there, and in the end, you wind up with a handful of the best friends you could ever ask, lifelong friends, to where they're not just friends, they're family. And so yeah, I do get passionate when it comes to my friends. You know, and Poe was a good friend. I like Poe. And you know, he didn't just leave just because he wanted to leave. He left because of what was happening to his family, what was happening to his daughter, what was happening with his name being put on a dating site, wanting to be with underage boys and girls. And Poe told me if it wasn't for his wife and him having such a strong relationship, they wouldn't have weathered it. So, yeah, I'm passionate about it. And when I feel that somebody's skirting around it and not telling the truth, I get a little upset. I would get upset with anybody that was doing that to any of you all, because it's not right to do that, to destroy a person's family because they don't agree with you, they're not doing what you think they should. And to think that of the people planning this, plotting this out, how evil are you? How evil are you? Yeah, I'd like to know that. I'd like to hear the truth. I mean, I've heard what I've heard from Poe and that side, and I'm willing to listen. You know, do it under calmer situation. Probably should wait until after the 11th. You know, I definitely want to get the okay for it. And no, you know, yeah, that's all I got to say about that. I could go in deeper, but I'm not. I think I covered it generically, I believe. So I'll leave it at that.
I want to say a couple of things here. Number one, Nora, I'm very open-minded, open-hearted. Anybody up here can tell you that. Am I stubborn sometimes? But when I'm talking, right? And that means that I need a point to get out. Sometimes I forget my points. I had a point with you, Nora, and if you're continually talking over me, then I have to put my foot down and say, you know what? I'm talking now. It's my channel, my show. I take responsibility for everything that anybody says up here, including myself. I don't, let me interrupt. MLH Rip Guy says, I don't want to quiet you. I want your voice to be heard. I was going to let you finish your point after I said a little something, but it'll have to be for another day. And I hope you can accept my invitation to come up on anytime I'm not doing DT. I run a show here, and this is a show. Let's see, what else do I have to say? I will say this too: nobody is going to bully me from doing homeless outreach, whether it's on camera or not.
Yep.
Nobody, and I mean nobody, is going to stop me from helping others till the day I die. So Gimp, you may want me to stop doing what I'm doing, but I'm not going to stop, and I won't stop. I'm going to help as many people as I possibly can. And it's not motivated by anything else but me. It's something within me that makes me want to help other people. It's the same thing with Becky. I know Becky has the same thing within her, with her harm reduction, with her homeless outreach, with everything that Becky does. And I appreciate Becky. She knows I do. And everybody that does homeless outreach, they know I appreciate them. So you giving me $26, David B., thank you for that $26. The first few people got pizza because you decided to open up your wallet or your wife's wallet, whichever one. I don't know who's what over there. All right. I do this because I want to. There's no other motivation for it. I don't care if people are alcoholics or drug users. I've talked about it several times on this. Becky said something very profound on her stream with Laura last night. She said, sometimes you have to keep people alive long enough for them to realize that they need help. Maybe, just maybe, a piece of pizza or a hot dog or a pair of socks or anything that I've done, hand warmers. I've done several different things on my homeless outreach streams. Maybe, just maybe, that's the day that somebody knows that somebody else cares enough for them that they will go out and seek help. I'm not saying that I'm going to ever save anybody, but I can at least try. Okay. If you or someone that you know is suffering from your mental health, please reach out to somebody that you know, love, and trust. In lieu of that, my email is mexicanlonghair@gmail.com. I'm not a psychiatrist, psychologist, or a counselor, but I do listen, and sometimes that helps. But if I don't get back to you in a timely fashion, just remember somebody out there thinks you are their favorite. Hold on to that thought. It could save your life. There is a North American hotline that you can dial. 988 is that number. Please dial that number if you're in real trouble. Somebody will get a hold of you right away.
Say something when you're done there, real quick.
Yeah, absolutely. If you're in not in North America, type in your browser of choice mental health help and click on any of those options, and that'll get you connected with somebody that can help you with in your time of need. Please don't do anything rash. People do love you. People can talk to you. There are some peaks to your valleys. Okay, Dougie, you wanted to say.
Well, I just wanted to say that just because a person isn't homeless doesn't mean that they're in need. There's a lot of people that are living in homes and they're barely surviving because rent and cost of home and living is so much. That person that you handed a hot dog or a pizza that they thought, well, that person's not homeless. Well, maybe that person's living in an abusive situation or a really bad situation. You don't know their story. And if you give that person a hot dog and stuff, you don't know what that might do for them to make them, to pull them through that day. And if somebody is there cheating the system and ripping MLH off, taking the hot dogs, you know what? That's not on MLH. That's on that person. MLH did his job. If a
I'll tell
person's out
you
there
what,
taking
David.
advantage
Oh,
of it,
sorry.
then that's on them. That's their fault, not MLH's. So that's what I got to say on that.
You want
Well,
to
how
say
about I challenge David B. Here, David B., since you know how to do it so perfectly, since you know the proper way to go out there and do homeless outreach, and no, we're not talking about Scott because he said it himself. He's not homeless. He has $11,000 solar panels. He's not homeless. He chooses to live in that van. You're right. So he's not homeless. But I challenge you to go out and you really show us how it's done.
Yeah.
And when you can do that, I will follow right behind you and follow your model exactly. But until then, shut the fuck up, motherfucker.
Yeah, you know what?
Man, Becky, all this nasty cussing has really. Remember when she used to do the words of wisdom and she'd beat those?
Yeah, I know. I mean, I'm gonna have to bleep.
I love you,
Becky.
Becky. I really do.
I'm gonna have to bleep out Becky pretty soon.
I know. It
I'm
just
gonna say
her name will
it's
just
not
be
that I can't, is that I choose not to.
Yeah,
your name will be Pinche Beep.
Actually, all right. Final thing here. David
Yeah,
B.
Beep and Becky. That's her
David
new
B.
name. Beep and Becky.
Beeping Becky.
Look, follow my lead. I don't follow anybody else. I do my own thing. But follow my lead. I always say this to people that give me a hard time about my homeless outreach streams, and I've heard everything, Becky, from, oh, you're not feeding homeless people, you're faking it, you know, these are paid actors, all this shit. I've heard it all, right? Here's what I say. Buy a bottle of fucking water that'll cost you 25 cents and hand it to a fucking homeless person, or unhoused, as they say. Go ahead. Go ahead. Do something. Stop bitching. Stop hiding. Gimp. Do something for a change.
Yeah.
Do something. Fucking do something. Okay?
Other than kissing a grown man's ass.
Yeah.
And a
Constantly.
sweaty, nasty
and
one
making,
at that.
yeah, and making excuses for man bear pig. Instead, why don't you take care of your wife, right? Half of the time that you're on these fucking streams, you could be there talking to your wife, reading to your wife, doing anything for your wife other than praising man bear pig for what a pig he is. Great. Anyways, that's all I got. You guys have a great weekend. I love all of you guys. Thank you,
I'm
chat.
watching chat and I'm laughing over here.
Yeah, I know. Thank you. Thank you to Steeler fan, Gina, for your generosity. Brandon, a couple of times for your generosity. Rib Guy, Elron Liar, CBF. I always appreciate you. Butterfly, thank you very much. Jen De Leon and Denise. Thank all of you very much for your kind generosity. I will be doing a stream later in November, trying to raise money for at least one really good
100%.
homeless. I'm going to have a goal of $500. If we go above and beyond that, I might have to split between two or get better items for homeless people for the winter. So,
yes.
Like, I don't know, even like some toothpaste and toothbrushes, some gloves, some blankets, whatever. I'll figure it out, but we will raise some money. And my goal is to
We can get together and we can start setting up maybe the Amazon wish list too.
I do have an Amazon wish list. I'm working on it. Amazon, I know. I knew you were going to say that. Pinchy Becky, man. Come on.
No, it's beeping Becky.
I know, beeping Becky.
Leaping Becky.
Yeah,
Leaping
leaping Becky. Yeah, just a picture of Becky leaping right now. I can see it.
Not leaping, bleeping.
Oh, bleeping. Yeah.
Wow.
Well, leaping works too. Warm socks, all kinds of stuff. We'll figure it out. I do have an Amazon wish list. I will be fixing that wish list. I took a lot of items off because most of them were put in by Bernie unbeknownst to me on my wish list. They were like costumes for Halloween, and
No, she didn't.
she did. She didn't know she did it. Bless her heart.
Aww.
Yeah. So I will be doing that. If you're not comfortable with donating to me directly, which some people aren't, and I understand why, because accountability and stuff like that. I will have an updated wish list over this weekend. Sometime I'll get in there and fix it. I do have some items on there, so if you're interested, take a look at it.
Heck, man, I'm gonna have you put some of my items on there too.
Calzones, underwear.
Yeah, some undies. Actually, I'd have to buy those old school, like they did back in the day, the old
tidy whities.
Not tidy whities, the ones with the thing in the back so you could poop in the outhouse.
Oh, you mean the one piece, the thermal underwears, the one piecers?
Yeah, with the back door, with the back door thing. Yeah. All right. Thank you, everybody. I really
appreciate the boofing door. Just for your information.
The boofing door.
Boofing door. Yeah.
Got you. Yeah. Okay, everybody. Until I see you guys again, hopefully Monday. Hopefully there's none of me over this weekend. You guys you will see me tomorrow though on the comment show. There are enough comment shows. So thank you very much. You guys have a great day. I'll see you guys tomorrow for the comment show. Hopefully that's it for the rest of the weekend, and I can get away from this madness. We might take more than a week off, depending. I don't know. We'll see. I'm thinking that we all need a mental health break from all this madness. So I'm very, very conscious of that. Take care, everybody. Huh? I don't know. Just me, myself, and the way that I've been feeling. Dougie. Fuck you, Dougie, you son of a bitch, man.
And they talk about my final thoughts. God damn, you guys sure know how to put me to shame.
Bitch. Fucking sleepy Becky over here. Dougie. Later, everybody. Have a great weekend.
Yeah, man, have a good one, guys. Was to bring Becky back, man. That was the biggest mistake.
Yours?
No,
was I ever gone?
No. But we love our Becky. We need our Becky.
Speak for yourself.
Bye, guys.
Speak for yourself.
You love me. You just don't